Still haven't watched that.
Yeah,
Right. That's staying in.
Yeah, all right. We're a Translation Lost podcast. We watch foreign language movies with no subtitles, so you don't have to. We didn't watch a foreign language movie this week. We're really sorry. Let's just get straight into it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Spreading bullshit, whatever the cause. But the translation's been lost. Oh man, that was a bit rough. I didn't start on the right note in the song, which is a bit dodgy.
I went straight to the D after the G.
Yeah. So it was a bit, bit not great all around. But I went busking on Saturday, so my throat is a bit fucked. I feel like you'll probably be able to hear that. I'm sorry for that, people, but I'm still here, so shut the fuck up about it already.
Yeah, we're recording this late as fuck on a Monday evening because.
Oh yeah, we're back. By the way,
yeah.
Sorry for being late.
Kind of back.
Yeah, not really. Not back to form, but
we're not back until
back on the internet.
We're not back until I'm drinking a rum and coke, to be honest.
Yeah, which he's not, by the way. Thank fucking God, Brian has a standard. He refused to drink for the Monday episode, right? We don't do a Monday episode, but if it's a Tuesday, he's like, whatever, fuck it, we're doing the podcast.
Yeah, that's like almost the weekend.
I'm just delighted that doesn't extend to Mondays. But he is still putting it in his fancy pineapple-shaped glass. He has a Monster Energy.
Yeah, because it looks like a pineapple.
It does look like a pineapple. It's pretty cool. It's a good glass.
I took a sip from the straw, expecting to taste rum. That's no good.
It's burned into you.
Yeah. Oh, the other day I said that, just let me finish my rum and coke about just a glass of Diet Coke. And then I realized, like, oh no.
You're beginning to be like Julian. At one point, I feel like you'll be like Julian from Trailer Park Boys, where every time I see you, you will just be holding
That's
a glass.
The fucking dream right there.
That's how you know everything's fucking come together in your life. You're an everyday alcoholic. This is mine, right? Mm-hmm. We both have the same Monster Energy tonight. It's kind of confusing.
The best Monster Energy.
Yeah, it is the best one.
It's juiced. Mango Loco. It's got like skeletons on
Skelly men. You know those skelly men?
Yeah, it's got skelly men on the front. It's like
skelly
Mexican.
men and bony lads.
Like Dia de los Muertos kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
That one Disney movie that I've seen a bit of because Ali watched it on a plane.
Was that the Princess and the Frog thing?
No, that's New Orleans.
Yeah, that's a weird film, isn't it?
I haven't seen it. I don't watch kids' movies.
I saw it at the time because it was. I think I went with my brother or something. But it was pretty shit. I remember it not being that big a deal of it. I really, really liked the bad guy. He was great, but the two main characters couldn't have given less of a fuck. But
That's the last animated Disney movie, isn't it?
Like 2D one.
Yeah.
Either that or maybe Treasure Planet.
No, that came out way after Treasure Planet, Dara.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, that came out so. I'm going to Google right now because you're so wrong.
Well, I'll admit to it before you even fact check.
Oh yeah. I'm not.
I don't remember when films came out when I was really young.
Because I remember Treasure Planet. I had a demo disc for a PC game of Treasure Planet. So that's how you know.
That's how you know Treasure Planet's old as fuck. I remember being at a birthday party in Cracker Jacks.
Holy
shit! Getting fucking Treasure Planet stuff from McDonald's in the
you're not that wrong. Princess and the Frog came out in 2009. Treasure Planet came out in 2002.
Okay, well, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show because Treasure Planet was already a bit too late for the 2D cartoon.
That had a lot of 3D in it as well, though, didn't it?
I think it was
all the ships were like 3D and stuff.
Yeah. I fucking loved Treasure Planet. That was a great film. I loved it at the time, and no one seemed to give a fuck about it. I thought it was dope.
I watched it at a party a couple of years back.
I was at that party.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck about it then.
Yeah. That's because it's a really weird time to watch Treasure Planet, but it's a pretty good film. I really enjoyed it at the time. Anyway, I haven't seen it in years, but no one gave a fuck about poor Treasure Planet.
I liked the PC demo disc that I played.
Yeah,
that was pretty fun. Yeah.
You know what I liked about the Treasure Planet is for some reason I don't know because what do I mean for some reason? It's because I was a child at the time, but I had this weird fan theory thing in my head that the fucking that the main character of Treasure
Planet. We've only been doing this for a year, Dara.
The main character, we've only been doing this for a year. We should know not to interrupt each other when we're talking, Brian.
Oh my God! At least I'm pointing.
The main character.
The fucking microphone at my mouth.
The main character I don't even give a fuck anymore. Let's move on. Fuck you, Brian. Fuck you. You're the worst.
Brian.
By the way, we've been doing this a year, and I wanted to do it last week. I was like, fuck it. I'll come over late. I don't care. After work, whatever. You were like, nah, I'll leave it. We'll leave it till next week. So I was the one who stayed committed, Brian. How dare you? Mm-hmm. Are you trying to make us argue at the start again? Are you trying to turn Barry off this podcast?
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
I want to get rid of
you
our
want to get rid of our only fan.
I prefer obscurity.
We're still plenty obscure, bro. Like,
Did you know that Brian and Dara secretly hate each other?
And it's not even that secret. They
No.
seem to get in tips all the time.
See, that's the problem. This is what happens when we're just hanging out talking normally, though, too. And it happens with most of our friends.
Yeah, like energies get raised and like
energies get raised, but yeah, it's just.
I don't like, and yeah, I would consider us to be two of the less confrontational people too. Yeah. But I don't know, yeah, just
see, we need to confront with someone, so we pick the other less
exactly. Yeah. But you know, it's all fun and games. I feel like it does. Listening back on this show, as I often do, it sounds a lot more aggressive than
like last week's episode.
Last week's episode was fucking ridiculous, but I listened back to that and thought it was hilarious, you know.
Yeah.
But that's because I had the conversation and then had a really nice time with you after the fucking show. But
because that's what happens. We finish up here and then we just hang out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So sorry about that, everyone.
Are we making an apology? Oh shit! Are we making an official apology?
Man, we could make one of those videos.
Dude, I want to make an apology video so bad.
Yeah, I just don't want to have to do something bad and get, you know, all of
I
the
might
abuse.
just make an apology video for not making an apology video.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry, I didn't apologize.
I haven't done anything really controversial yet. I'm really sorry about it. We're Translation Lost Podcast. I'm Brian. That's Dara. We didn't watch a movie this week because, you know, fuck movies.
We're
done.
sick of them. We're sick of them. We do. This is just a podcast when we get together and shout into microphones. Now that's all it is.
No, I had a very specific movie like downloaded and picked and ready to go.
Yeah, it was long.
Well, it's an hour and it's 119 minutes, which isn't. It's nearly 2 hours. Yeah, that's almost 2
long
hours.
enough. Look, it's kind of late. It's later than we wanted.
It's fucking 8 o'clock. Yeah, by the time we watch a movie and we probably won't be finished doing this until fucking late 11.
Yeah, because we left a long ass time in between, so we still have stuff to talk about. So at least you know, it's not like we're going to be talking about jack shit. In fact, I have a list on my phone about stuff that we have to talk about. That's how much stuff we have to talk about.
Are we going to start with that?
Yeah. No, should we?
Yeah.
I have it open right here.
Well,
the first thing on it is Flat Earthers. Do you want to talk about that? Because it sounds hilarious.
Yes, I do. Me and Ali sat down. We were looking at Netflix. We were having dinner. We were kind of like, I don't really want to watch anything too. Like, I just want to watch something short and easy. And then we saw Behind the Curve, an hour and 40-minute documentary about flat earthers, and we were like, all right, well, settle down because this is what we're doing. That documentary is fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's high budget, and it's not made by flat earthers, which is why it's got, like, you know, decent shots, and it gives good information. Have you ever tried to watch those videos on the internet?
Flat Earther video? No,
oh my
I
God.
never have.
They're all made in fucking Windows Movie Maker. They look like shit. But it's about these guys. They interview flat earthers and they interview scientists, which is a pretty bad
side by side
yeah. Because on one hand there's all these people in their nice offices clearly working and at work who are clearly well put together and intelligent, like being like, no, the earth is not flat. That's fucking stupid. And then there's a guy out in his front garden juggling ping pong balls on hammers, being like, tell you what, man, the earth's flat. I know it is. There's the ice wall, and then outside of the ice wall is even more water with more continents in it that rotate around our earth.
Wow. Wow. Jesus Christ.
And then the main focus is this one guy whose name I forget, actually. I watched this before a night of drinking, so But it's him and this other woman who he does a podcast with, and that dude wants to fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were
So
talking
bad.
about that. Yeah,
And you can tell there was something there at some point
between him and your one.
between him, but he just didn't. He was too much of a pussy,
Flat earther.
flat earther to, go full circle, if you will,
Yeah.
and seal the deal. That's what I want. And now the time is well past,
Yeah.
but he's still just hopelessly in love with this woman who is just. And a lot of the documentary is that.
Yeah.
And it's really weird. And it's really weird and kind of sad.
Yeah. Flat earthers are kind of weird and kind of sad. It's such a bizarre thing to me because I've never looked into it to any degree, but it seems like one of those things that exists in the world if only to like challenge my faith and belief in the human race, because like I try to maintain this idea that like everyone's like there's like a base level of intelligence, like no one's an idiot, and like I think I like to throw out positive vibes and hope that the people aren't really as bad as it looks a lot of the time when you look on the internet, but some people are thick. Like I can't believe that's really
no they
like what is
a big part of it is the first international flat earther convention where people show up and they have a conference. I will say it's not like it's not a bullshit just like look at this funny shit documentary. Like it's a really good documentary.
Yeah,
it's worth checking out. The ending is just perfect. Like it has one of the best endings I've ever seen in a documentary.
Yeah. Does it give any origin as to this whole flat Earth thing?
No, it doesn't.
Like, because I just need to know where people were start getting.
Definitely,
it
started out as a joke on the internet that idiots thought was real.
Yeah, because I know where the vaccines give your kids autism thing came from. There was that woman Jenny McCarthy, who I believe was like a topless model or some shit. I don't know her from that. I know her from her cameos, her recurring cameos, should I say, in 2.5 Men. So I don't trust that woman on medical, anything medical whatsoever. So I don't know that alone. I know where that comes from, and I know it's bullshit. But I don't know where this flat Earth thing comes from. But I still know it's bullshit.
Definitely
the
internet, just somewhere in the internet. I genuinely think it started out as a joke.
Yeah, it seems like
as a joke conspiracy theory that people
just latched onto.
Yeah,
because your man B.O.B. he thinks it's real, right?
And why is that proof? Like, and then they're like, why are all these high-profile celebrities like the dude's good at bouncing a ball? Who's that basketball player who's also Shaq? I think.
Really, Shaq?
Oh, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Wow. I don't know anything about Shaq. I know about the B.O.B. thing.
B.O.B. I mean, where's his doctorate?
Like, but just like who? I don't know. How does B.O.B. believing in something justify it to any extent? I know one B.O.B. song is the one with Hayley Williams. It's fine.
I don't even know that one.
People pretend like airplanes in the night sky. I'm gonna get us copyright infringement.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's not great, to be honest. It's pretty bad.
What was I gonna say?
I remember when I was young, actually. Can I just quick side? No, I remember seeing a classic Facebook thing of the time. Someone posting that entire chorus as their status, and it's like, can we pretend like airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, and then ... And I'm like, come on. Come on, I was already sick of that Facebook shit back then.
I very nearly forgot my point or what I was going to say there, and I was getting really freaked out and hoping that you wouldn't finish your sentence. But I remembered it. There's one great bit near the start of the documentary where it's going through all of these astrophysicists and people of that caliber being like, when did you hear about flat Earth? And it just cuts to this one dude, and he's like, I think I heard about flat Earth. It was the last time I was in space. And then they've got this fucking idiot standing out on a beach pointing at the horizon like, look, it's flat.
Oh my god.
There it is, proof.
Jesus Christ.
It's no globe Earth.
Like
that's a lie they tell you to make you vaccinate your kids. They've kind of overlapped too. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
What would be the gain
of
a giant conspiracy to pretend
to tell us that the
Earth
world
was
is
flat.
round, like,
or to tell us that the world was round? I mean,
yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Is it so that we feel like we fit in when we look into the sky and see the moon?
No, they're flat too.
Oh, they're flat as well. They're just like 2D.
Because that's one of their things. If you look at Jupiter, that's flat. It's a circle.
Yeah, it's like a circle in the sky.
It's a flat circle.
Yeah, they're fucking right there, to be fair.
Yeah.
And like most of the time when I look at Jupiter, I don't fucking see it at all. I don't think it's really there.
To be honest, that's how I do most of my scientific research. I look at a thing, whatever it is, like however I see it in that very moment.
No, that's what it is. Right?
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, your eyes ain't gonna lie to you,
dude. But the government is.
Oh fuck yeah, government lies for fun. You know, just for funsies.
For sport.
Have you heard the one that the moon is projection? It's not real.
It's a hologram.
It's a hologram. Yeah. Why would they put it there? So we'd be afraid of werewolves every now and then? What's the idea? Why would they do it?
Well, Dara, we don't know. That's
like I'm all down for a good conspiracy theory if it's got like a fucking a logical train of thought that you can follow, and then you can be like, oh yeah, I see. But even if you don't 100% believe it, if you can at least understand where it's coming from. But why would they?
My favorite conspiracy theory. My favorite conspiracy theory that I've researched online is there is no conspiracy theory.
Oh, that they're all put out by.
No. It's nothing to do with that. It's just like, what if everything's just how it seems?
Oh right. Oh yeah. That's like, pretty good.
What
if everyone's just telling the truth about it all?
What if the government just isn't lying? They're just like, yeah, we don't know either.
Well, I did a lot of research into something totally different this week, which is Michael fucking Jackson. If you watch that documentary, man,
I don't care.
Oh, it's rough. First of all, it's a rough watch. Like, it's pretty. They get a graphic detail of the documentary is a bit uncomfortable. I also, in relation to that, I watched Abducted in Plain Sight, which basically are two documentaries. Thank you very much. They're two documentaries that are primarily about I would say primarily about bad parenting. That's like a really big part of it, is both of these documentaries. But the Michael Jackson one in particular, fuck me, how do people not think that he diddled those kids? I just don't understand it. I think I do understand it because, it's like, they could just be doing it for money and, they're out for fame or whatever. But I think that's like a really... If someone is coming forward with claims and stories of abuse and are willing to come forward and talk about it, and it's just abuse that everyone was always suspecting all along anyway. It's very wrong to just be like, I think you want money. I think you're trying to disgrace the legacy of a great man. No, there was something off about him. We all knew it. It turns out it was this. Get over it, for fuck's sake. And also, whatever, plays music on the radio, I don't really care. I never liked it anyway, but I don't hate it now.
Oh, man, I hope they all stop playing it. I fucking hate Michael Jackson's music. I've never liked it. I've always been of the opinion that Michael Jackson's way overrated.
What's funny is it was not funny, but I loved it as a kid.
And I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if he diddled all those kids if his fucking music was good.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, a lot of people don't care that he diddled all those kids because they think his music is good. Yeah,
exactly.
So, yeah, fuck that. Jesus Christ. I did a lot of research, like I said to you, and every time I would go on a YouTube video that is I watched loads of interviews with the guy himself talking about this stuff. And I would watch these and be like, oh my God, what a horrible creep, what a monster, how did people not see it? And I'd scroll down to the comments and there'd be a bunch of things being like, yeah, you fucking tell him, Michael. We knew you were innocent from day one. Hope you're up there in heaven, I don't know, moonwalking.
He definitely isn't up in heaven.
Like, no, God damn it. Oh my God, how are people so blinded by it? I suppose, like, a celebrity like him just doesn't exist anymore,
No.
We could never know what it's like. We don't know for someone to be that fucking big. No one's that big.
Celebrities are a lot more insular now because of the internet.
Yeah.
You have your fan base.
Yeah, there's so many different tiers of celebrity, but none of them are quite at that magnitude.
But that's because back then, like, Michael Jackson was everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
and you'd see him on TV because everyone still watched TV all the time.
Yeah.
You'd see him in the radio.
You'd see him in the radio. He was in there waving at you the whole time. And that was the really amazing thing about Michael, was that with most people, when they were on the radio, you just hear him.
Yeah.
But, you know,
he'd climb out of the radio and touch your kids, and you'd be like, but his music's so good. You know what? I gotta give it to him though. He had balls, because I remember seeing one time.
Apparently, he may not have. Sorry, go on. Go on.
Metaphorical balls, not real balls. I remember one time his defense was like, "I just really like kids." What a ballsy fucking defense for a pedophile! Yeah. It's like, no, I just really like kids.
Man, I've watched him say this numerous times to numerous people, and he's like...
Yeah, that's what we call a pedophile.
He's like, yeah, I like to have sleepovers, you know, but everyone tries to make it sexual. It's not sexual. It's innocent. It's fun, you know? It's the most beautiful thing in the world. And then the guy's like, so you think that it's appropriate for a 35-year-old man to be sharing a bed with an 11-year-old boy that he's not related to? And... he's like, yeah, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. It's what the world needs. Everybody should be doing it. I'm like, whoa, this guy was a monster.
If something slips in, you don't tell anybody about it.
Fuck, man, he's so bad out. And I watched Norm Macdonald's.
Bad out.
He was fucking right. He is bad. I watched those Norm Macdonald jokes on Michael Jackson. Oh my fucking God. They are brutal and hilarious. Really, when you look back at Norm Macdonald's time on Weekend Update, it's really easy to see why he got fired from Weekend Update.
Hell yeah. He didn't give a shit. He went after people.
He went after people so hard.
No matter what the higher-ups said.
Yeah. And it's really admirable now, because I look back at shit like that, like the OJ case and like the Michael Jackson stuff, and I look back at it thinking, how did people not know? How did no one know? How was everyone just so... blinded by it? And then he is there on TV saying it, and a crowd of people cheer. You know, it's pretty dope to see.
Yeah, to be fair as well, you have all of the information right there, and you go in down a rabbit hole and see it. Like, when this shit's coming out week after week, it's probably a lot harder to make your mind up.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
Particularly with OJ, maybe not Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Have you seen well, to be fair, like, Michael Jackson, he had two separate court cases. One in 93 where he settled it out of court, right? Mm-hmm. Dodgy, right?
Dodgy,
but then in 2005 there was another, and he was acquitted. Yeah, by a jury. And then, but there you can also see interviews.
Is there any jury?
With the jurors.
Is there any jury that can be not biased?
Yeah, against Michael Jackson, right? But you can see an interview with the jurors afterwards. Some of them. There's this one old woman in particular who had the stupidest fucking logic. But also, when you look into the case, it makes sense as to why the jury wasn't convinced, because unfortunately enough, the kid who was accusing him that time in 2005, his mother happened to be a proven con artist. So that didn't fucking bode well.
That's no good.
Yeah, that didn't bode well at all. But then you can see this interview with this guy, this juror. He was like, well, you know, if I'm being honest, based at the evidence at hand, I wouldn't be surprised if Michael Jackson has at some point, you know, engaged in inappropriate behavior with young boys. Yeah. But in this circumstance, which we were asked to comment on, I don't think that it's been conclusively proven.
Okay, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was watching that and I was like, that's a shame, because he did it, and he definitely continued doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucked up guy.
If you've got enough money, you can just get away with anything, basicing.
Yeah.
If you're a big enough star, you can just
he showed
like
up to the 2005 trial, and I remember this. That's the whole other thing. But I remember this at the time. It's really weird because I was really young, but I remember him in the papers showing up to his court case for sexual assault of a minor in his pajamas, whacked out of his mind, and he was really late. He was so fucking high. You can watch him. It's insane. Yeah. How was he acquitted? He was high in court. He showed up high and late in pajamas. And you were like, yeah, this guy's innocent.
That's hardcore.
Like, fuck me.
Fuck it. You know what? He deserves it. He's a badass. I'm coming back around on this guy. He's pretty cool. May have diddled those kids, but, you know, somebody's got to. Now, Michael Jackson's just that guy who did a worse version of Smooth Criminal. Alien Ant Farm. Yeah, that's a band. They never diddled kids.
They never did diddle kids.
I hope not, anyway. Because if it's a they situation, that's terrible.
You ever watch the first Moonwalk? Michael Jackson's first Moonwalk. I watched it as part of my research, just halfway through, because
I think Neil Armstrong did the first Moonwalk.
I kept watching a bunch of interviews where people would mention the first Moonwalk and how they felt during it and stuff. So I went back to watch it, and it's fucking well into the video, and it's a really short space of time, and it looked like nothing to me. But in the moment, the fucking crowd is electric. It's insane. It's insane. He just did the Moonwalk.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Like as if his feet were moving like independently of his body.
That's because it's the first one ever, though. To be fair.
Yeah, but
you've seen the Moonwalk. He's an
amazing
forever.
dancer. The whole dance routine is pretty amazing, but it's just mad. I've never, I don't like, you know.
There's a reason why you've seen the Moonwalk every day of your fucking life for years, you know?
Yeah.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
You know.
But apparently it wasn't even. Apparently he kind of stole it a little. So.
Oh, he stole it from, shit. No, that was the duck walk that someone stole. Fuck.
I don't know. I can't remember who it is, but it did. I did come across it in my research that he seems to have taken it from like a band that he knew. Like there was people he knew, and someone showed it to him, and then he like changed it slightly and called it the Moonwalk, gave it a different name.
What a dickhead.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and he diddled those kids.
And he diddled those kids too.
Well, fuck it. Oh, bad guy. Right, what else have we got on the list that isn't so child touchy?
We both watched. We can talk a little bit about how we both watched Love, Death, and
that's right.
The first 2 episodes of Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah.
We watched them right before we did this.
Yeah, Love, Death, and Sexy Robots.
God, sexy robots.
Fucking, that was some weird stuff.
Yeah, that was a weirdly balanced 2 episodes, because one of them was the blandest, most boring thing ever, and the other one was fun.
Yeah, really fucking fun. It wasn't even just bland and boring, the first one. It was just a bit much. I found it a bit much.
I thought it was super bland and boring.
I thought that the monster fight was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Right, there's a monster fight that's pretty sick.
But everything about it is just like, alright, I've seen all of this before and other things.
Yes, the whole intro scene, we talked the entire way through, and it seemed to be like a tense conversation, but we didn't give a fuck. It was not very captivating.
To throw the fight.
Huh?
He wanted her to throw the fight.
Yeah, exactly. We got that. That was all we got. But then they, we watched this in English, by the way. But then then the monsters fought, and that was pretty fucking cool. And there was
that whole fight sequence was really good.
Satisfying conclusion to it and everything. It was good stuff. And then it just got real pornographic. It got real fan servicey, and I didn't like it at all. It made me really uncomfortable. It was just like, my fucking god, they put so much time into animating those tits. Like, it
doesn't really like they didn't.
It doesn't add anything.
There's nothing established between those 2 characters really before that.
No, exactly. Like
maybe there is. I don't know. Like I said,
they're in the same scene together very briefly, but it's like 15 minutes long, that first episode.
Yeah, it was okay. It was
like, I thought it was really fucking weird. But the second one was great.
Second one was really fun.
It was really, really funny. Yeah.
Second one was, it's a group of robots kind of like on tour.
Yeah.
Around
a post-apocalyptic city. Yeah, they're going on a tour of all the different post-apocalyptic cities. Yeah.
And they're just really, all 3 of them are really well designed, like good designs and charismatic.
Yeah, they each clearly have their own, like, persona, you know?
Yeah.
They're all very clearly defined. One of them is like a pyramid kind of thing. They're on wheels, which I fucking
loved.
Looks
like the priest from Futurama.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And that was my favorite one by far.
Yeah.
That one was like really pretty cold and technical, but also hilarious.
And then at one point, she's just like, "Bounce the ball, you pussy."
yeah. It was fucking great.
I like the little guy.
The little guy's pretty good
baby
as well.
monitor robot.
Yeah. He was a baby monitor.
I come from a long line of baby monitors.
Oh, there are no babies left, right?
Yeah, we weren't very good at our jobs. Yeah, that episode was really good. That episode made me want to watch more of this. just in the hopes that there's more comedy stuff and maybe some better action stuff.
Yeah.
Because the animation was good.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that style.
The animation is very good, Dara.
It's definitely very good. It's good. It's very detailed and stuff. But I'm not mad about when it was people, when it was actual people, when it was robots. It looked amazing. It looked incredible as robots.
Yeah.
But with the people, I was like, this is too.
I think the people are stylized enough that it kind of works.
I didn't really get
because
that.
they don't look like real people. There's shape to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Which definitely helps.
But like, it just makes me. I don't know.
When are we gonna get rid of the
haircut?
The cool chick with the
shaved
side
of her head. Fuck me.
It's almost as
so
bad
sick
as
of it.
Asian girl with a blue streak in her hair. Like, what the fuck? Like, when are we gonna stop doing that?
Yeah, it's
Because at
pretty
this point,
lame.
you see it and you're like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. Well, I already hate this character. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Because as soon as I see that, I immediately think, oh, this is a character in a movie, because every other movie has this.
Yeah.
Completely takes me out of it every time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like you're trying to say something about the character without just actually establishing it by having the character be a certain way. You know?
You gotta make your character look like what you want your character to be. I'll just mute my phone.
Very professional.
I like the second episode, though.
I like the second episode too, but the first one was weird as fuck. It made me very uncomfortable. So, be interested to hear if anyone else has checked it out. It's pretty short. If anyone else wants to check it out, Oisin, if you're listening to this, the animation, I'd be interested to hear you weighing in on it.
Yeah.
Barry as well, of course, also.
I'm probably gonna watch some more of it.
Yeah.
I was looking down through the IMDb just to find voice actors and stuff for episode 2 because I want to know who played the cat.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of the episode premises kind of were interesting.
Yeah.
So.
I think Barry would love episode 2. Just
Yes.
on reflection. I'm thinking about Barry would
Yeah,
you'd love episode 2. Check that shit out. It's like 11 minutes long. Yeah.
What else did we?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine season 5 came out.
Oh yeah, I finished it.
I haven't.
Oh.
Yeah, so I said
far
to you in
are
the car. I don't know, quite a bit. I'd say. I said to you in the car that there's a bit of a thing behind why I didn't, and that's that. I didn't realize. I knew that I had watched a little bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine season 5 with Katie Jacks because she had it downloaded on her laptop, and I watched that with her for quite a bit. Watched a few episodes and then stopped. And then I didn't know where I'd stopped. It turns out I got really fucking far in. So I've been rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine season 5, and the fact that I haven't yet gotten past the episodes I've already seen means that my motivation to watch it has been a little bit kind of reduced. But it's still really good. It's really good stuff.
Really strong season.
Yeah.
It's, at this point, the story.
Yeah.
It's like I just kind of want to see the characters.
Yeah, it's nice that there's there is an overarching story, even though it's like they're what, like 22 episode seasons or some fucking mad shit like that.
Yeah.
So like most of the episodes are very much so filler, but there's still a little bit of.
I was completely right about my prediction for the start of the season.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Where I was like, everything that like seems like, because the last season ends on like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, as they all do.
How are they going to get out of this one? It's like they're going to get out of it within the first 2 or 3 episodes because everything needs to be back to normal by Halloween.
Yeah,
and I was right.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. Halloween episode this year is really great.
Which one was that? Fuck, I don't remember the Halloween episode this year.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's worth a rewatch. It's a kind of sweet one. It's nice.
Ah, shit, dude.
Doesn't matter.
Just give me like one little bit or something.
No, maybe we'll check it out after.
The Handmaid. The Handmaid.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah. That's a good episode.
The whole gambling stuff, all that.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking great. That guy Andre Bauer.
I don't know how you say his name.
Yeah, right. Me neither. He's great.
Such a good actor.
So good. He's so fucking good.
There's an episode with Kevin.
Yeah.
Where they have to keep him safe in the safe house.
Yeah.
That guy is really good as well. He's got some great lines.
Yeah.
Do you know what a clapback is?
Because I do. Yeah, that's fucking great. So I could use Kevin as a tie-in if you want. We could use it as a segue.
Yeah.
Because he also happens to be in The Good Place.
Oh.
Which I watched all of. Oisin and Barry, take that. I watched something that someone recommended to me, and it was great. So boom, you were all right.
Fuck you. You were correct.
It was really fucking good. It's pretty funny. It's not the funniest thing in the world, but
That's
it's
not,
also
not instilling confidence in me to watch it.
But no, but it's not. You see, this is the
kidding.
thing. This is the thing. Is it's nice and funny. It's like pleasantly funny. There's enough humor to carry you through, but the premise of it itself is really good and well fleshed out. I really like what they do with it. They take it far.
Could I watch this in the same way I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Well, like kind of in the background.
In the background, while I'm on my computer.
Absolutely.
Okay, well,
absolutely.
I'm probably going to watch
and
it.
I think there'd be some characters you'd really fucking like.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so it's got great cast.
What's her name
by the way? You're one from Sarah Marshall. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
No,
was
she's
in
in something else.
I don't know.
Maybe Big Mouth. I think she plays
really?
a character in
Really?
Big Mouth.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that surprised.
I'm not sure.
But yeah,
Have you
she's
seen the
really
cast
good
list
in it.
for that
She's
show?
really
Like
good in it.
everyone's
Yeah,
played a character
everybody's in it
at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, she's in it. She's really good. There's a guy in it who's got like white hair. He's a really important character. His name's Michael. I don't know who he is, but I feel like I've seen him in a lot of
For
stuff.
sure, yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. I've seen him as well.
Yeah, the main cast isn't the huge like big names, but there are a lot of it's that guy. There are a lot of people like that come into it, like Kevin, for example, from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, whose character is fantastic.
Isn't it the same
company?
Writers?
I wouldn't be that surprised. It does have the same kind of vibe. Yeah, very much so. And Oisin recommended to me on that basis. So thank you very much for the recommendation, Oisin. I really, really enjoyed it. I flew through it in like a day and a half. It was really good. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of there's a lot of twists and turns in it for a sitcom. I really appreciate that. It keeps you invested. Yeah.
God damn it! Just fucking tell me who made it. Internet. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's created by Michael Schur.
Oh yeah.
Who yeah, you might know him. He looks familiar. He's the creator of Brooklyn Nine-Nine too.
Oh shit.
Do you know who else he is?
Who?
You know Dwight's cousin in The Office? Mose?
No.
Do you know Dwight from The Office?
Yeah,
you know his like cousin who's like lives on his farm?
I haven't watched much of The Office.
Oh my god.
You know that.
Mose is one of the best characters in that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? I haven't even gotten to him at all.
There's like a scene where he's turning a room into a daycare, and they walk in and switch the light on, and Mose is in there painting in the dark. And as soon as they switch the light on, he just turns around and screams. And as soon as he stops screaming, he's like, "Welcome, children." That guy is fucking hilarious. Mose is.
No.
When I found out that's who made Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he also worked on The Office in like a more actual role.
Yeah,
like,
I would imagine. Yeah.
creative role. Yeah, that dude's fucking good at creating stuff.
Yeah, like I said, the premise it's great. It's a really good idea, and it's you know what I really like about it. What I really find interesting is that by the end of the first episode, there's a little bit of a plot twist to it. That at the time I was like, that's really interesting, but I don't know how far you can take it. And they fucking take it places I wouldn't have thought. Like they really go for it. They really wring everything out of it as they can. It's quite inventive. I don't even want to say too much about what it's actually about, because what it's about changes a lot. To be honest, it's good. It's really enjoyable.
Yeah, dope. I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah,
you should check out Russian Doll actually.
I watched like the first half of an episode. I think it was just her voice. It really annoyed me.
What? She's great. She's from Orange is the New Black.
Her voice really grated on me.
She's just super New York.
I know, but I didn't enjoy it. Didn't enjoy
Dara.
it. I didn't. It's not just the super New York. It's part of her character that she smokes like a fucking pack a day or something. The fucking growliness and the raspiness of the voice and everything.
That's what she
with
actually
the accent.
sounds like, though.
Yeah.
That's like her voice.
It's bad.
I
mean, like,
that is a really good show, though.
Yeah, I've heard, and that's the problem. I feel like I should give it another go, but like, remember when I told you that I really enjoyed your one and Jessica Jones, and I thought it was pretty good, and you were like, I hate her face.
That's different, though. That's different because like that's justified because her face is dumb.
No, but I feel like this woman's voice is dumb.
No, you're
this
wrong.
Woman's voice reminds me of like an old withered.
It's only okay when I do that. You can't do that.
That woman's voice reminds me of like an old withered Harley Quinn. But the problem with that is that Harley Quinn's voice is really grating in live action. It works as a cartoon.
Does she do the voice in Suicide Squad?
Yeah, she does. It's really
annoying.
Watch that
in
movie,
live action.
action.
That just came out on Netflix. So I should watch that between now and the next.
Wow. Yeah.
Uh,
I'll fucking watch that shit with you. And I say shit pretty literally. It's fine. It's not as bad as people gave it a lot of credit for, but it's not very good.
Yeah, maybe. I'll see.
I haven't seen it since I saw it in the cinema, so I'd be really interested in seeing it again, to be honest. My memory of it was, I remember coming out of it being like, well, that's probably the best one they've made so far. So, like, but I still didn't feel that great about it.
Apparently that's Shazam now.
Yeah, man, I'm quite excited for that, to be honest.
I have no desire to go see that movie.
I think it looks fun. I think it looks really fun.
But those
and I
trailers
like
always look like that.
And who's the guy? Who's playing him?
Oh, that dude from the TV show.
Yeah, right?
He got like super buff for the role, though.
Yeah, he looks huge. But I like it. It's like big with superheroes. It looks fun. I really like it. And I've always liked Shazam as a character. It's always been like,
Actually, his name's Captain Marvel.
No, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, shit. We should just go see the movie now. It's out, right?
Yeah.
He's that hot chick. No,
he was Captain Marvel in the old fucking Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe game.
He was Captain Marvel not that fucking long ago.
Yeah.
Probably, I think within my lifetime. Like
I said, that Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe game.
He fucking that was a whole thing. Do you know what that story was with that? It's a whole complicated thing. I used to know it really.
Because Marvel were like,
pretty
back
much,
the fuck up.
But it's not just that, right? So, look, I used to know this much better, right? But I'm pretty sure that Marvel made the character Captain Marvel, and then they like sold it along with a bunch of other characters to DC in some capacity, some way or another. There's a chance that Marvel bought the character themselves, that they weren't the ones who originally owned it, but I can't be sure. But anyway, eventually DC bought the character, and then eventually Marvel were like, well, we should really have we don't like that you have a character that has the name of our company in it. Can we have that back? And so they then had to come to an agreement where they would change the name of Captain Marvel to Shazam, because that's what he says when he becomes Captain Marvel. So he's Shazam now, and then they can have Captain Marvel back. And then in order to like really fucking distinguish between them, they were like, okay, Captain Marvel's a woman. So that's how this is. And you know what? She's a pretty fucking good character. And her movies, I've heard mixed things, to be honest. I haven't seen it yet.
Her movie looks shit. And who plays her?
Brie Larson.
Yeah, I saw her do that Google like most answered question things, and she just came across like a massive cunt.
She seems really fucked up. From what I've heard, I haven't seen much of it, but I've heard that she's really fucked up of the press junket stuff. Apparently she's been really, because apparently she's getting like asked like all the standard kind of female part in a superhero questions. In a superhero film questions, which is I would imagine pretty annoying when you're the main character being asked like, about,
That's your job though.
I know, but like, yeah, I don't know.
That's your job.
Yeah, I think I think, I don't, look, I can't comment on it because I haven't seen any interviews, but from what I hear.
How fucking shit would it be to have to go around and talk about this cool movie that you're in?
Yeah. But I don't think it's that being asked about the movie that's bothering her. I think it's being asked like about like political aspects to being a female-led superhero film.
She seems very political, though. Like, she seems right in there with that.
Look, I don't know.
To the point where she says some pretty fucking stupid things.
Oh, yeah?
Every now... Yeah, she said some dumb shit.
Yeah. Well, I can't really... I can't comment. All I know is that she's good in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Who's she in that?
She's Envy Adams.
Who's that?
She's Scott's ex-girlfriend. She's the lead singer of The Clash at Demon Head.
God, I fucking hate that movie.
It's not great. It's not
I
bad.
hate everything about Scott Pilgrim.
Really?
Fucking despise
fucking
it.
love
I think
Scott
it's
Pilgrim.
so fucking it's so cliche and like, you know, it's quirky like bullshit, you know, where it's like, haha, video games, am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Video games.
Yeah,
And,
it goes well beyond that, I feel.
all of my
Well
characters
beyond
have blue and green hair.
that. But they like, it goes well beyond that. Have you read them?
Yeah, I've
Goes-
read like the first few. Scott Pilgrim's fucking bad.
Huh?
Scott Pilgrim's bad.
What, like all of it? You're
Yeah.
wrong. You're incorrect. I really
No.
love Scott Pilgrim.
When did you last read Scott Pilgrim?
Last time I read a Scott Pilgrim book would have been maybe 3 to 4 years ago.
How old would you have been?
Like 18, 19.
See, I think Scott Pilgrim is really good when you're 14, but
No, I think that it's definitely got that kind of weird, quirky aspect to it. But I don't think that it's cliche by any stretch. I think that it's quite a fucking unique story. I think there's a lot of really, really specific details to it, and it's a lot of really creative world building. It goes places, you know, which is what I'm all about. It makes rules, it follows them. That's my whole thing. And it's not. I don't see where you're going with cliche at all. There's so many inventive, creative ideas being thrown around.
yeah, that was
story.
the wrong word to use for
Yeah.
sure. I just don't really like it. I don't find it interesting.
That's fine, but it's not. It's definitely not cliche.
I don't like
found
its
it fun.
tone or anything like that.
I have a problem wherein I dislike the movie quite a bit comparatively. I don't think it represents it well at all. But I also don't hate the movie. I quite like a lot of the soundtrack in it.
I think some of the fight scenes in the movie are good.
Yeah, the fight scenes can be pretty good. I
but-
hate the characterization of Scott. I don't think Michael Cera should have played him. I hate the characterization of Ramona. Don't think Mary Elizabeth Winstead should have played her. So that's the two main characters ruined immediately. Wallace, his gay roommate, also ruined. He's a completely different character in the books. He's a lot fucking funnier. The film is a very, very different story to what the books are.
Yeah.
And I've not just a different story, but it's like this a similar story told with completely different characters who have the same names.
All right, well,
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just wrong.
I don't know. Look, there's no real objective right or wrong on it. You know, I have no problem with you feeling that way.
I could lie to you and say I'll give it another go, but like, fuck that.
You don't fucking need to at all. But for what it's worth, for my birthday a few years ago, Oisin got me a colored version of one of the Scott Pilgrim books.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because they'd only just come out, and it's issue 2, and it's fucking dope.
Yeah,
it's really
Ali
cool.
has the first few.
Yeah. And also, as the books go on, you can also see him get way better at drawing, which is really cool as well.
That's a cool thing about that kind of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I quite enjoy that, yeah. I fucking loved the books. They're so different. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What else have we got on this fucking list of shit to talk to?
Talk to the
Let's
list.
talk to the list here and see what it says. Oh, you've got Sekiro.
Oh, yeah. Me, Finn, and Evan, who have all been guests on the show at some point.
You're a guest. You're our most frequent guest. You are.
Me, yeah. I've been a guest here a few times.
Yeah.
A few hundred times. No, we haven't done 100 episodes.
No.
We've done a year.
We've done a year.
Why do I think that means 100 episodes? That's not how years work.
It doesn't even mean 100 weeks. And
No,
we don't do it every week.
It doesn't. We haven't even done 50 weeks. Well, we've done 50 weeks, but not all at one go.
Oh, you fucked it.
Yeah, so we hung out here and played Sekiro on release day. And that game is fucking fantastic. It's the same developers as Dark Souls
Okay.
and Bloodborne.
That explains a lot because everyone seemed super hype and I didn't really understand it.
Yeah. I thought it was really hard at the start. I thought it was harder than all the other ones, but I've been consistently getting better. Been getting good.
Yeah, that's video games.
In Dark Souls, it's like you have to get their health bar down to 0. Right. And that's how you win against the guys. So make your number big.
Okay.
Make your number big and strong to beat their number. And that's how it works in Dark Souls and a lot of RPGs. So what do? You grind. You level up your stats, you go in a certain build. There's no builds in Sekiro. You're a guy with a samurai sword. That's it. You can make your attacks a little bit stronger. You can get new abilities and stuff. But you can't like upgrade your stats. You know, there's none of that. There's no grinding to upgrade stats and stuff in this. You have 2 stats, attack power and vitality, and they go up by beating bosses.
Nice.
But instead of having to get someone's like a boss's life bar all the way down, they have another bar that fills up as you hit them. And when that bar fills all the way up, you break their posture and stagger them.
Okay.
And you do that by deflecting their attacks.
Okay.
And when you do that, you get a free, what's called a death blow. Right. And most bosses, you need 2 death blows. So you can beat a boss without actually taking its life bar all the way down. By just playing aggressively and breaking their posture and playing, you know, hitting all the buttons right.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And that's so satisfying.
Yeah.
That is like I'm the king of fucking cheesing out Dark Souls games because I've never learned how to parry in Dark Souls. I'm not very good at that stuff.
How to what?
Parry. So when someone attacks, you hit a parry and stagger them, and then you can do a special attack.
Right. Okay.
That's a thing that's been a thing since Dark Souls. Never been good at it. I always just went and made my number really big to make the game a lot easier.
Yeah.
But that's not a thing in this, really. The game is always going to be challenging. You need to get good.
Yeah.
And now I'm finally getting good.
Yeah.
And it's become like the most satisfying fucking game I've ever played.
That's pretty cool.
I'm really digging it.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
See, I was talking to Finn about this the other day, how the video games, like, for me, and probably for him a bit more than you, quite a bit more than you, but still less than me. We want it to be, like, challenging to the point that we're still interested, but not challenging to the point that we can't do it. But I feel like your threshold for what you can't do in video games is a lot higher. You can get the knack of it pretty fucking easily.
I get the knack of controls easily just from playing video games forever.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I'm particularly good at video games. Like, really, I'm not. I don't play multiplayer games because I can't play shooters at all. I'm bad.
Yeah.
Like, I have 4 kills in Apex Legends.
Wow.
That's overall. Over every game I've ever played in that. Got like 4 kills. I'm not great at video games. Yeah. But I think this gives you the tools to be better if you just work at it.
Yeah.
Because when we were playing it here, you know, we were drinking.
Yeah.
So as the night goes on, you get worse and worse at the game.
Yeah, of course,
we got to a boss that like was kicking our asses super hard, and we were like, all right, well, we may go somewhere else because this boss is not happening. Yeah. And we got to some more dudes who were kicking our fucking asses. Couldn't do them either. So anyway, but then yesterday, Sunday, I played it for like most of the day, because it was my first time just like sitting down with it and fucking going, and I was getting my ass kicked for ages.
Yeah.
And then at some point it just clicked, and I started using the deflect stuff more and all this shit. Yeah. And then I went back to that boss that was kicking her ass and beat her on my first try.
Yeah. That happened with me and Simpsons Hit and Run that time that Austin and Finn and I stayed up trying to beat it. Yeah. Got to the very, very last mission. I tried it several times. They were both asleep behind me. They couldn't. Finn tried once, to be fair to him. Austin just couldn't even wake up to try. But Finn gave it one attempt, couldn't do it. And I couldn't do it. Tried so many times, got so annoyed, went to bed, got up the next day, tried, immediately did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you do just need a breather from it, like.
I'm hoping I get that now because I'm right there with Sekiro at the moment.
Yeah.
I've just gotten to a boss that like.
Oh yeah.
It's a giant monkey.
Yo, shit! You were talking about this. He's throwing poop at you.
Dude, I was fighting him, and I was like, all right, I'm kind of getting this now. This is my first try at him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool. And so I'm fighting, and I'm down to like a little bit of health. I'm like, all right, well, whatever, that's fine. And I grapple up because you can grapple around these trees in his arena to like fling yourself.
Nice.
And as I'm grappling, he shits in his own hand and fucking throws it at me and hits me. And I die. But I just sit there and I'm like, that just happened. That just happened in a video. Like, that's like something you would joke about.
That's the point that I would turn the video game off. I'm like, I feel pretty disgraced right now, to be honest.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I was like, well, it was late. And I was like, all right, I'm done. But, fuck.
Once you've been fucking shit on by a monkey, once you've had a monkey throw its shit at you in the virtual world, I think you're done for the night.
Also, I have been spoiled on that monkey. That's not its first phase.
Oh shit!
If you will. Spoilers for Sekiro, if you care. He's got a big sword sticking through his head.
Yeah.
And in your death blow, you like climb up on top of him and like grab the sword and chop his head off.
Nice.
And the thing comes up that's like, "You won." Sorry, I'm fucking gassed.
I am gas.
I am gas. All those burps. And you cut its head off. And that's cool. You're like, yeah, I did it. I won.
Yeah.
And then the monkey's body grabs his head and grabs the sword.
Oh no!
That was sticking in it. And it comes after you holding the head and the sword in each hand.
Oh my god.
And yeah, it becomes like a different fight entirely.
That's pretty cool. That sounds pretty dope. Yeah.
The lore stuff is really cool, and like there's all this weird shit going on.
Yeah.
It's got this thing where if you get hit by a lightning attack, and I've never seen this in any other video game, if you're on the ground, it'll fucking kill you. Because that's how electricity works.
Yeah.
If you're in the air, he'll like draw it into his sword. And if you press the attack button just as you hit the ground, he'll shoot it back at the enemy.
Nice.
And when you hit that,
nice,
it feels so fucking good.
That's fucking dope.
Or
I would love that. Yeah,
there's certain moves that are unparryable, like you can't deflect them.
Yeah.
And that are red like kanji will show up over your character. But if it's a thrusting attack where they're coming in with like a spear or something, if you dodge into that with a certain skill, say if someone's like attacking him with a spear, he'll put his foot on the spear and like kick it into the ground, and like you'll do a shitload of posture damage to the enemy. It's such a good game.
That sounds pretty cool. So would you say contender for the game of 2019?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely already my game of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 100%.
3 months in, ladies and gentlemen. First game of the year.
I've been really digging Devil May Cry 5. Actually, you played a bit of Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I got Devil May Cry 5 because I was like, fine, all right, this is the last chance I'll give this series.
Yeah.
I've given it every other opportunity to get me into it, and it's not worked.
Yeah. Did Devil May Cry 5 work?
Yes.
Really?
I fucking love it. It's really good. It's really, really fun.
I was about to make fun of you for spending money on 5 video games you weren't enjoying, but okay then.
I've only bought two other Devil May Cry games. The first one and 4. Right. You played a bit of 4.
Yeah, a little bit. Tiny bit. Seems a bit like nonsense. It was fine. It seems fine. It's fine.
It's super nonsense. There's a character in 5 that I like playing as who can't fight.
Yeah. Hang on, sorry. Before you say that, I just remembered. There's a character. No, the main character in Devil May Cry 4. He's like a fucking demon fighter dude, Nero, right? With his big sword and his anime hair, alright? And his big fucking cloak. And headphones, seemingly Bluetooth headphones around his neck.
Yeah, because he's cool.
He never wears them. I've not seen him wear them. I don't think he ever will.
Yeah.
If he had those headphones, if you were going to put the headphones in, you should make it that every time he's about to fight anything, he puts them on,
that'd be sick.
And then music starts playing, and you're just fighting, listening to this music. But he's just got headphones. It's just an aesthetic thing, and it's ridiculous.
He's got robot arms now, and you can like equip him with different robot arms.
One of them is demonic as fuck in Devil May Cry 4. It's like all lava-y. It looks like lava.
What?
One of his arms, Nero. One of his arms is all demonic in Devil May Cry 4.
That arm is gone in 5, and he has like robot arms that replace it.
Spoiler! I don't give a fuck.
It's not really a spoiler. One of the arms, but you can do all this crazy shit with them. One of them, he like shoots it off, and it like punches enemies for you.
Wow.
But if you press the button that shoots it off just as it comes back to you, he'll jump on top of it and ride it around like a skateboard, and you can use it to do combos and stuff. There's tons of like little details like that are fucking perfect.
Wow.
The one of the characters, V, can't fight. One of the playable characters can't fight. You instead have this like panther and a bird that are your square and triangle, and they go fight for you while you stand back.
That's pretty fucking cool.
You have to go in to like kill the enemy. They can't actually kill the enemy, but they can bring its health all the way down for you to do the finishing blow.
Why can't he fight?
Because he doesn't have enough power himself.
Okay.
It's a whole thing. It's a story thing. I'm not entirely sure either because he's new to this game and I haven't figured out who he is yet.
Right.
But just that kind of shit, like playing with when your character can't fight, but 2 other characters that you control can. And then to get his like meter to fill up, his like power devil trigger, his power meter, you gotta hold down a button, and he'll pull out a book and read poetry out loud. While walking around, and like your 2 guys are fighting for you, and it's fucking, when you get it all going, it's real
madness.
cool.
That sounds crazy. Sounds pretty cool though.
It's really fun. I've been digging it a lot. I just got Dante unlocked, so that's
nice.
That's cool.
For the record, if anyone's wondering why I've been playing Devil May Cry 4, because I don't play any video games. The reason I'm playing Devil May Cry 4 is because Finn and I were looking for something to do in my house. And there's a PS3 there and a few video games, and we decided to play Devil May Cry 4 because eventually, probably soon, one of the guys living in the house is moving out and he's going to take his TV. So I was like, we should play some video games while there's a TV.
It's not like you use that TV very much anyway. Yeah.
No, never. No, I don't have a console. None of those are mine.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I have free reign of the PS3, though, if I want it. Do you have any PS3 games?
Shit.
It's my friend Jason's. Oh shit, he's gone looking for him. He actually does.
Hold on.
I should have known that he does. Oh, okay.
Don't talk into both.
I am definitely going to talk into both at the same time. I'm doing it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is officially just my podcast. This is what I've been waiting for. I feel like I'm at a press release. In these trying times, it's important. Oh my fucking god, that is a massive stack of PS3 games.
Yeah, I play video games, dude. Alright, have a look there. Actually, can we pause for a second while I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, fire away.
I did a big pee. Big pee for me.
I'm not at the microphone yet, so that's why Brian got away with saying that.
It was a good big strong pee.
Right, let's look through these fucking PS3 games. Let's see what you got. You told me before you left for your piss not to play Silent Hill, which is the first one on the top of this
that's not Silent Hill. That's the Silent Hill HD collection. It's Silent Hill 2 and 3.
Okay.
And the HD collection basically butchers the 2 games.
Okay.
They just did a bad job of like.
All right. I don't want to play a scary game anyway.
They're good. Silent Hill 2 is one of my favorite games.
I don't want to be scared in my downtime.
Oh shit! Demon Souls.
Demon Souls.
Yeah, Finn will probably play that actually.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, The Last of Us. I've heard very good things
That's
about
a good
that.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
sure.
heard really good things about that. I've got Infamous 2.
That's a good game
Jesse
too.
Pinkman's on the cover, but he's got lightning powers.
Not even close.
I'm looking at him from afar. Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Hell
probably won't play that. Oh look, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection 2, 3, and Peace Walker.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, Peace Walker 5.
Just play Metal Gear Solid 3.
That's
That's a fucking good game.
okay. Probably won't. Little
One of the
Planet.
best of all
Little
time.
Big Planet. Is that it? There's a
That's
sticker.
Little Big Planet
Little
2,
Big Planet.
I think. Yeah, 2.
Oh shit, Jack and Daxter. I fucking know this shit.
Oh yeah, that's all 3 of them.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I've seen that for sure.
Oh dude, have you not played them?
I might be confused.
They're fucking great.
Oh shit, you've got Bleach.
Yeah. Bleach Soul Resurrection.
Soul Resurrection. You've got Dark Souls, of course.
yeah.
You've got Dark Souls. I think you have that on every console you can.
I absolutely have it on every single console.
Skyrim
and Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah,
Awesome.
You can take those with you if you want.
I don't, but
yeah.
thanks, man. I wish one of those was like even if you had like the Mortal Kombat DC thing, I probably would have taken one of them.
I would say bring Demon Souls at least.
What is it?
It's the Dark Souls. It's what came before Dark Souls.
I don't know. This seems kind of challenging.
It's good. You'll like it.
I don't believe you.
Shit. Now I gotta put these back.
Considering Dark Souls is one of my least favorite games to watch people play, I feel like yeah.
I love watching people play it. You can't hear me talk.
No, he's saying that he likes watching people play it, but that's also because I feel like that's because you like seeing how people tackle the challenges that you already know are coming and stuff like.
I like to see people speedrun it.
Well, actually, when you were doing it quite quickly, that wasn't so bad. That was pretty entertaining. I don't give a fuck, really. I watched a few speedruns of that Mario game with Austin for a while. I did that for a minute. It was it was fun at the time, definitely, but it's not something that I would ever do in my downtime.
I'm not a big fan of like Mario I like Dark Souls speedruns.
Yeah, of course you do. I don't care about speedruns. I don't care how fast you can do the thing. I don't care how fast you can play a game. I
watched a guy actually recently beat all of Dark Souls 3 without taking a single hit.
Wow. See, I don't get that's impressive, But I don't want to watch you do it.
People
for
pretend
a
those
second.
games are hard.
I go, well, remember we watched that thing? We watched that thing. What was that thing? There's just people speedrunning games.
Oh, Games Done Quick? We watched that at Finn's old house, right?
Yeah, and we did, yeah. That was fucking weird.
Really fun.
It's so weird. I've spent my entire life watching people play video games and being annoyed about it. I can't believe that people
that's
are
a you problem,
fucking
dude.
paying for it. It was always like
Well,
the worst
all
part
the-
of my childhood was going over to some dickhead's house and he'd be like, yeah, check out my fucking PlayStation. And then he'd sit there playing the PlayStation for 2 hours. And I'm sat there beside him. And occasionally I'd be like, can I have a go? And he'd be like, no. Because
Yeah.
fuck everybody, because kids suck. So now that thing
That's
that
a
was like the
bad
worst
kid.
part of my childhood, that wasn't the worst part of my childhood. I thought, like, come on, that's a if that was the worst part of my childhood, then I'm a fucking fragile person.
Yeah.
But it sucked. It was lame. No one likes that.
Yeah, you see, you had the friend that was like, I'm going to play the video game in front of you because it's my house. But when I was a kid, we used to hang out here and play like 4-player Halo.
Yeah, see,
And that's the
right,
kind of
I
shit
had
that
the wrong
makes you, like-
experience. But also my parents just hated video games. But like, well, my mom just didn't want me playing it. But I kind of feel good about that now. I'm kind of glad that I'm not into them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which is weird because like they seem fun and all my friends
Oh,
enjoy
no,
them.
man,
But
I wish I wasn't into video games.
yeah,
Yeah, it'd be dope.
they were like, I'll give you a lot of time.
Yeah, I just wouldn't have to play video games all the time to have fun.
Yeah,
It'd be great.
Yeah, man. I don't know. But the watching thing, like, fuck me. Like, it's like I can totally understand why people enjoy playing video games
Yeah.
because you're playing a video game. But I fucking hate watching people unless it's my friend and I'm like, hey, do this, and they'll go do it, and that'll be fun.
Yeah.
You know. If
No,
I'm watching someone online play a video game and I'm just like, whoa, he's good at that game.
See, I
I
like.
don't fucking care.
I don't like watching just straight like let's plays of a full game.
Yeah.
That bores me
Yeah.
to fucking tears unless it's a game that I really really like a Dark Souls or something where I want to see that person who I watch go through all of those challenges. But like, dude, I don't like unless I like Caravan of Garbage style stuff.
Yeah, that's
where they
because
just kind of
that's-
play a game for a minute or two.
Damn, nearly caught that. Yeah, and it's like it's an intentionally shit game, and they're not very good at it, and that's the kind of the whole joke.
It's like a fun thing.
Yeah, I remember when I was young. Now that you've brought it up, I did watch a playthrough, right, of the Batman Arkham City game. I specifically looked for a playthrough with no voiceover because I didn't have a games console, and I thought that game looked really interesting, and I had the tie-in comic, and it was really good. So I wanted to know the story of that game. So I watched that shit just to get the story of the game. But I did not give a fuck about your man actually doing the missions.
Nah.
Yeah, that didn't interest me at all.
Yeah, and like watching like any esports kind of stuff, like shooters and like people playing CS:GO or Apex Legends or anything like that, makes me want to fucking end my life.
It's not interesting.
It's not interesting, and most of the time, any like big streamers, their personality is just really obnoxious. Like really just, hey guys, we're doing another, and it's like, shut the fuck up. It's a fucking video game.
I spent so much
play it
time
in silence,
listening
weirdo.
to I spent so much time listening to that shit, like through like my brother's fucking iPad or tablet or whatever. I would hear it from like across the house. It would wake me in the morning for years. You know, what's going on, guys? We're playing. Oh, fuck off! Oh my god, calm down. It's not that interesting. What you do for a living is not that interesting.
Yeah, some people like it. What can you do?
But like, don't be that fucking enthusiastic about it. It's too much.
That's what
Don't
gets.
like
That's
it.
what gets.
It's that Jacksepticeye guy. Remember him? Do you
I
know
like him.
Man.
I don't like his videos. I
like him because he's Irish.
Yeah.
I don't like him because he's so.
I follow him on
fucking
Twitter.
loud.
He seems like a pretty. I actually remember I found I found him playing Dark Souls, and this is what turned me around on him.
Oh yeah.
He like opens the Dark Souls thing up, and he's like, "Yeah, this isn't gonna be like much of my other stuff. I just like Dark Souls. I kind of want to play it, and just be chill about it."
Nice.
He just plays Dark Souls, and it's real chill.
Nice. Nice. I'm glad he can fucking
It's a
dial
really
it
good
back.
little series.
Yeah, I'm glad he's like capable of that. Yeah.
He's from like Meath, I think.
Yeah, look, don't get me wrong. I like any Irish person who's doing
It's
well
just
for
so weird
themselves,
that he's
but
that big on YouTube and he's like fucking Irish.
yeah.
That's just weird to me.
I don't think that's that weird. People really like the Irish.
Yeah, that's our
Yeah.
superpower.
Yeah,
That's
we're pretty likable.
How many times have you been abroad and someone's been like, "Are you English?" And you're like, "Ah, it's cool. No, I'm
don't
Irish."
worry
And
about
they're
it,
like,
bro.
"Nice."
Don't worry, it's all chill. That happens a lot. I love being abroad and being Irish because people just like you.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty nice.
It's
You're charming somehow. You don't have to have any charm. I'll get off the fucking plane in another country and I'll like step onto the ground off the steps down from the plane onto the soil. I'm like, oh wow, look at that. I just got so much more charming. Like you can feel it, like it fucking flows through you.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh God, I feel sexy right now. You're a whole other person. You're the Irish guy.
It's because everyone in
Yeah.
Ireland is too charismatic.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you get here, you
Puts
just
you
feel it's like Krypton. It's like,
Superman ain't shit on Krypton.
it's green too. It's, yeah, you see, and then when you shoot us off to another country and we get there, it's like, who is this Superman?
Yeah, you know, instead, you know, Krypton's got the different sun and the different atmosphere. Our different sun is none. We have no sun. That's
So-
what makes us all so charming. We
Yeah.
have to be likable.
So everyone on Krypton doesn't have superpowers, right?
No, they don't. No, they're normal people. But like, yeah,
What
they
if a
would if they
human
were
went to
in
Krypton?
Earth. Good fucking question, Brian. I
Yeah.
don't know. Well, actually, you know what? I think if a human went to Krypton, they'd be destroyed instantly.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea is that their atmosphere is a lot like heavier or something, and it's just like fucking like their gravitational
Oh, okay.
pull is stronger, and so their bodies are used to like a whole different. They're much more resilient, and then when they're put into a much weaker atmosphere, then with a
They can
weaker
fly.
sun, they can shoot lasers from their eyes.
Yeah,
and
it's-
blow
yeah.
ice. Like the fly thing and the be super strong thing. I'm like, yeah, different atmosphere makes actually that I can kind of follow that.
The big jump
eyes
thing makes
thing.
sense. That was what it was originally.
Yeah, when
The
you can just do
flying
big jumps.
doesn't-
Yeah, flying doesn't really make sense. I think the flying would make sense if he always seemed like he was on a downwards trajectory.
See, I always just assumed that the planet Krypton was made out of kryptonite, and that made everyone normal because it took away their powers.
In some iterations, it is kind of that as well. It's really fucking vague and
I'm
weird.
realizing now that this is a whole lore thing about Superman that I made up in my head and just assumed was true.
But it is. A
Yeah,
bit.
right.
Like,
Well, that's weird.
Of course it is. Of course it is. It was at some point. Like, but I don't know. Superman's not. He's kind of.
Who's going to read through all of Superman?
Yeah.
What did he do? He went real fast and
Isn't Superman just the whitest of bread? Like, is it like you cannot get more white bread than Superman? Fucking hell! Like, just I
Yeah.
feel you could do something with that character. Someone could. I bet there's someone out there who could make me give a fuck about Superman, but no one has.
they always almost do something with him.
Yeah,
Like
they
with
get close.
like with the fucking what's the one where he like becomes a god of the earth or some shit?
Injustice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like
Pretty interesting. There's that panel where he's like punching out the Joker's heart.
it's
Oh.
like that
Yeah.
scene. It's like that scene at the start of 2001: A Space Odyssey where the monkey picks up the stick and he kind of starts hitting it, and you see something start to form. Like, oh, he realizes that he could use this as a weapon, and then he starts banging it. It's like that, but if that monkey picked up the stick and kind of tapped it a few times and then dropped it and walked
It
off.
was like actually never.
That's exactly
No, fuck
every
it. That's
Superman
enough.
story ever.
Yeah. God damn it. He's so powerful and so dull.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy that that's the combo. But it's too much. The writers of Superman used to say that all the time. They were like, we made this guy too strong. They would say it all the time in interviews. They were like, this is too much. Because we keep trying to come up with things to like, you know, to rival him.
Yeah.
We can't.
You're a fucking writer. Make something up.
Yeah. But like that's the thing. Like when you can make up a guy who can do everything, then the only thing you can do beyond that is make up a guy who can do more than everything. But at that point, like you're just gonna have to keep making more and more guys who are more and more powerful, and it just gets further and further removed from what people can actually grasp, and that's how you end up with all these like mega powerful super gods who no one really gives a shit about, you know, because they just had to exist
Is that why
to
Marvel
try and
is
pose
better?
some kind of threat.
Is that why the Marvel universe like is more doing well because they don't have like a Superman?
No.
No?
I can
just
see
good
where you're going
marketing?
with that. It's good writing. It's good
Yeah.
strategy. The reason Marvel is doing so well is because they had to, because all of their best properties belong to other companies. So they were like, we've got all the shit heroes no one gives a fuck about. So we're just gonna have to write good scripts and make good movies and make people give a shit about them, and then we'll turn it into
And to be
something.
fair,
they did a fucking great job. I should write that
gave
article
a
for Barry.
Who gave a shit about fucking Captain America before the Marvel movies?
They were really worried about trying to sell Captain America to the rest of the
Yeah.
world. They were really worried about it, and they've done it.
I think
Somehow,
Captain America's a decent character.
yeah, man, they've done a
Like-
really fucking good job. I didn't give a fuck about him when his first movie came out. I was like, fuck this, because his name's Captain America, and so you're like, that gets annoying at that point, because it's like, all right, all the movies come from America, come from Hollywood or whatever, the Hollywood machine. But at that point, I was kind of like, this is a bit fucking much, isn't it, to be shoving down our throats? And then the first film was kind of meh. It was fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Second film was great. It was really, really entertaining, like spy thriller. And then
Yeah,
the
the second
third
movie's really good.
and then the
actually.
third film is basically just an Avengers film with Captain America
Oh, yeah,
in the
I've seen
title.
that one too.
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
all the Captain America
Yeah,
movies.
and,
There we go.
they managed. Look, it's great. I should write that article. I'm sorry, Barry. I really should,
Yeah.
because I am very interested in how well they've done to have pulled that off. They did everything right basically, and they always learn from their mistakes. They're very, very clever with it. Yeah.
I've moved on my original stance that was fuck superhero movies.
Mm.
I'm enjoying them from a distance.
Yeah.
You know,
You can see.
I'm
you can
looking
tell
at
the
them as
ones
well
that are
with a
going to
bit
be
of-
worth
of
fucking looking at
ridiculousness.
as well. Pardon?
like the Endgame trailer is fucking stupid.
Do you know what I find really interesting about that? Is that reportedly,
Yeah.
and this is from a pretty good source apparently, the Russo brothers only released 8 minutes of footage from in the Endgame film to the trailer companies to make trailers out of. That's why the Endgame trailers all have shots from old movies in them.
Yeah.
They have like really old movies from fucking 10 years ago.
I should probably preface when I say it's stupid. I mean, they're so... Nothing has been anywhere near as
Doesn't
important.
mean anything. It's also
No. But like when you watch the trailer, like you're like, oh fuck, something's going down.
yeah.
Like even as someone who doesn't watch these movies, it's like this is important,
Yeah,
or at least they want me to think that it's really important.
Yeah.
Because holy shit, you know, this is the most important thing that's ever happened in human history.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's the vibe I get because the music is so ridiculous.
Yeah. As is Hawkeye's hair. Have you seen his hair?
No.
Fucking look at his hair right now, Brian.
Oh my God.
Look at Hawkeye's hair. God, it's so bad. What was he thinking? What were they thinking?
Yeah, he didn't. He's a character.
But what were they thinking? Jesus, it's so bad. I feel so bad for him because everyone's laughing at him. Look at it.
Oh.
Look at it.
Oh, he just wanted to try something new.
And it's bad. It's
Oh.
so bad.
Oh, why does he look like fucking Theo Von?
Yeah, but way worse. Theo Von pulls it off so much
Yeah,
better.
Theo Von has a lovely mullet.
He's a great mullet. Really,
you watch his
really
Hot Ones?
solid. Yeah, I did.
Oh.
It was so funny.
That got Ali into him
Yeah.
because she watched. I made her watch that because she doesn't watch comedy specials, and she was just like, "I like this guy's vibe."
He's got a great vibe.
He's so
Theo
funny.
Von, such a likable dude. Yeah, he's great.
He just says ridiculous shit.
Yeah,
like-
man. Just the way he phrases like pretty normal stuff. It's hilarious. It's hysterical.
Sorry, I got distracted.
No,
there.
don't worry about it.
But like,
That's kind of the whole
Hawkeye
idea
is
of this vibe.
just trying something new. You know, he's just.
It's so bad because
It
his
looks stupid.
look, his family are definitely dead. His family are dead. Like based off the very limited information we get off the trailers, it seems like his family are dead. Because it's like, oh look at Hawkeye. He's showing his daughter how to shoot an arrow, and he's so proud of her. But also, don't forget, half the people in the world are dead, so that means his family are definitely dead.
Yeah.
And also, he doesn't have the shitty haircut when he's teaching his daughter how to fucking shoot a bow. So I guess that's his I'm sad that my family are dead haircut. But, dude, now you should be sad about your haircut. You just replaced one sadness with another.
The problem is that you told me how Endgame was reported to end, and we all know that's not how it's going to end.
What, that
And
being...
Ant-Man.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
This is a big thing on the internet, and none of
Yeah.
my friends know about it, and it's great. But everyone keeps talking about how, and there's so many memes. There's so many memes, and they're all so great.
I'm starting to see them now since you told me on like Twitter and stuff.
It's great. So the idea is that they're gonna defeat Thanos in the end by having Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, turn into Ant-Man, shrink to microscopic size, climb right up inside Thanos' asshole, and then expand into Giant Man.
It really shows what we as people, as humans, are like. Because there's so many other orifices you could go there. Like, why didn't he crawl up his nostril into his brain?
Could go in his ear.
Yeah.
Could go in his ear.
Like with the brain, or no, it's got to be butthole.
Gotta be the butthole.
And Marvel won't do it because they're cowards.
Have you seen all of
They're fucking
have you seen? Yeah, they are. Have you seen all of the Thanos daddy stuff?
No.
Online, dude.
What is this?
People are wet for Thanos. People are wet as fuck for Thanos. There's some crazy fucking graphic. Like, there's just some really crazy fan art out there. People
dude, come on. That's of every character ever.
But it's Thanos. He's a big purple guy.
That's never stopped anyone on the internet
so
before.
Weird. I guess he looks a little bit like Joss Brolin.
Do you know how much Rule 34 I've seen of the cars from the movie Cars?
Whoa, really?
Wow, you're not an internet person at all.
No, I try to.
Holy shit. Okay,
Okay,
next
keep it
time
tame.
me, you, and Ali are hanging out. We're going on an adventure.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no.
She's right there with me. With all
It's
this.
pretty fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um.
There's a lot of crazy shit on the internet.
Oh, Pat Laffin died. I just want to mention
Oh,
that
yeah.
really quick.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad. He's a really cool Irish actor. He was a really funny guy. He was Georgie Burgess in The Snapper. He was Pat Mustard in Father Ted. Really sad. Rest in peace, Pat Laffin.
We're an hour and 20 minutes in. Do you want to get into
Wow.
emails, maybe?
Oh, fuck, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
All right, Dara, play an E chord.
Oh, shit. Fuck. How do I... What's that? Why?
I don't know.
Just tell me.
I don't know. E is the bottom string.
Okay.
Yeah. Emails.
That's kind of close. Now I'm going to be kind of obsessed with this. Oh, no, I can't do it.
We're on a podcast.
I could briefly play a tiny bit of mandolin because remember I had to finish the track for Join Wank to Cry. Yeah.
All right, so we have another email from Barry this week.
Sound.
Thank you, Barry. Oh wait, hold on. The computer froze.
Oh no. Has it done? No, it hasn't done froze.
Oh.
Ow. Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, it's
working.
back now. Should we
Ow,
cut that out
fuck.
or leave it?
How? Ow. My vape is plugged into the PlayStation and there's a little fucking electric charge coming from the tip of it. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm going to unplug it.
Okay. So Barry, sorry, we should probably cut that out.
Yeah, we probably won't though.
That's true. So Barry writes, "Hey Billy, what's your favorite Translation Lost episode? I really like the one where they argue about Alex Jones for a long time. Podcast poison indeed. Oof. Yeah. The problem with that is that we got to the end of that argument and I realized that was a terrible thing to talk about on the podcast.
I thought it was pretty
Because sometimes you get so into the moment, you forget, like...
I thought it was great. I loved it. I'm sorry, Barry. I'm sorry to everyone who had to listen to it.
Yes.
But I thought I really enjoyed it.
I apologize. So...
I like to think it got good from there. You know?
Yeah, that was a good episode, I think.
Yeah, we went places.
I am now both well into Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and Mob Psycho 100. Dara.
There it is in bold. I saw that at the start of the episode.
I don't have much to say about Kimmy Schmidt, but it's good. It's got vastly different characters yelling funny lines at each other, which is all I really need from any piece of media. Yeah, that's Kimmy Schmidt, like, pretty much.
Yeah, I might end up giving that another go now. Having
there's some really good like just jokes that happen in that, like that just someone says a thing and like it takes a second and then it's really funny. It's hard to explain. It's got a different vibe. Gonna have to disagree with Brian and Dushin on Mob Psycho 100. It's good. It is not, in my subjective experience, better than One Punch Man. I think it comes down to setting. Saitama and Mob have very similar arcs, which I don't mind, since it's interesting in both cases. But if I can get the same story in two places, I prefer it from a batshit insane superhero world featuring actual adults, not middle school drama starring a middle schooler who wants to kiss another middle schooler. Who, sidebar, does not say or do anything interesting on screen. Such a compelling romance. But that's the point, though. I disagree 100%. I think Mob Psycho 100 is a far better show than just narratively. I think it's a better show. I think One Punch Man's fucking great though. Like, I'm not saying that Mob Psycho 100's the good one. Like, they're both fantastic shows 100%. I think Mob Psycho 100 has better writing than One Punch Man.
Fair enough. I obviously have only watched one in full. I think Mob Psycho 100 looks great, but I suppose, I did watch all of One Punch Man in like 2 sittings. So
also, One Punch Man doesn't have Reagan or the Body Improvement Club.
Reagan's great.
Or the Body Improvement Club, which is.
I like Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan's good too. I haven't watched season 2 yet, so maybe it'll get worse. Who knows? I know I'm not very excited for the next season of One Punch Man.
Yeah.
They've changed animation studio, and what I've seen from it so far is very worrying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a shame.
Yeah, it's a big shame. Well, the brother dynamic is good, and I'm definitely here for Reagan.
Yeah, right? Reagan, he's savage. Looks great too. We're a very well designed character. Sorry, go on.
He is. He is. I definitely second the whole thing about naming stuff in video games and immediately becoming more attached. I have named every single Pokemon I have caught over the last 19 years. Jesus Christ.
Wow, man, there's so many Pokemon.
That's a lot of
How do you keep track of the names?
You know, by the next game, they're probably going to be up to 1,000 Pokemon.
Wow, fuck.
Yeah.
Do you feel bad, Barry? Do you mind chiming in with your next email? Because we all know you're going to write again. Do you feel bad if you forget the name of one of your Pokemon, or do you ever? Right back.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Let's guess. I guess that he probably doesn't really.
I would like to think that he might a little.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll find out who he likes more on the next episode. Shit, where was it? When I got back into Minecraft recently and read up about the enchanting, I decided I would make a magic sword to kill the undead. Oh, dude, I get into Minecraft every so often too. I go back, because it's on my PlayStation, so I'll just be like, what's new in it now? Oh, fuck, too much stuff. They've been adding stuff to that game for like 10. My little cousin is super into Minecraft. He loves it.
You know what all about it.
You know what I realized the other day? Minecraft's older than he is.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Minecraft's future Lego. I don't know how I feel about that. I like Lego.
I don't think Minecraft will replace Lego. I
fucking hope not.
The physical
great.
Lego.
Lego's really good.
Lego is great.
Yeah.
I'll get some Lego. I want to get like a Lego kit.
I fucking love to build some Lego.
I remember like 2 Christmases ago I got like a Lego set.
Yeah.
And it was really fun.
If you got one again, I would help you build that shit.
Dude, we're adults. We should just buy a really
just
big expensive
go in
Lego
on
kit.
some Lego, right? Yeah.
And like just make some. Let's do that.
Lego's great.
Let's fucking go to Ken Black's and have a look around.
Awesome. Yeah. It's on the way back into town.
That's the thing. You never not want to go into a toy shop, even as an adult, right?
Oh, fuck. Especially that big ass Ken Black's. We pass it every time on the way out here and on the way back. And every time I look at it, like, longingly.
I'm always like, man, I want to go in there and see what new Bionicles they have.
Or even, like, they've got, like, those fucking dope ass, like, they've got, like, those little go-karts that I'm way too big for now.
Yeah.
But they all look really cool. There's always one designed like a Batmobile, and they always get a new one that's a new Batmobile.
But it never goes away. And then my dad even said this to me as well. He's like, yeah, that never goes away. And then you have kids, and you get to bring them to the toy shop.
Finally, a reason to have kids.
Yeah.
Been waiting.
That's literally the only one, I think.
And also to see. I just want to see.
If I've learned anything from being a child, we are awful.
Yeah, right. Big part of it, I genuinely, it's like a, but I think everyone gets it to an extent. A big part of it is like an ego thing. It's like, I want a little me. I want a smaller me. I want it to be my friend. I'll hang out with it.
They're great. I feel like they're really good for the first few years.
First few years, and then if you're lucky, they'll come back around in their 20s, maybe.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
But there's a good like portion of that time
significant chunk where they just make your life
where
hell.
they're basically just like
your enemy.
dissenting prisoners.
Yeah.
You know that are constantly trying. It's like you know in prison shows when they're like talking about how they like sneak contraband in and do that shit.
Yeah.
Literally the same shit as being a teenager.
Yeah, man. I was a nightmare,
dude.
And just based off of me alone, I don't want to fucking raise me. I don't want to deal with me.
And then you just at some point your attitude changes. You become an adult and you're like, man, if I could go back in time and just slap myself in the head.
Yeah,
and be like, hey, stop being a little shit.
Well, apparently also it's going to change in that we're just going to hit a point where it's just the reproduction need inside us is going to be like, fuck something.
I've thought about this.
Plant your seed, you know?
Man, I have fucking zero desire to ever have kids.
Really?
Well, maybe not never, but like not in the near future for sure. No,
that's
way.
The thing. Like when I think about my life right now, I'm like, ooh, yeah, I've nearly figured out me.
Yeah.
I can't fucking go. It's like trying to help craft a new person.
Oh, dude.
I don't know shit about this person yet, really. You know.
And then the worst thing about being our age now, though, is you meet people who are our age who have kids.
Oh man, it really scares me.
And you're like, you don't even know who you are yet.
Yeah, definitely not.
And you're gonna try and imprint that.
That's definitely a big part of you now. Like,
that's your whole life.
Yeah.
Your whole life now is dealing with this little. Yeah. And like for the first 2 years, they're not even that fun either.
No.
They're basically just luggage that shits itself. Like that's all it is.
We should get back to the email.
And smells.
Oh god.
And every so often just starts screaming for hours.
No reason. Just and
just to spite you.
You know that they're making everyone else's time worse, and it's kind of your fault as well. Yeah, it's bad.
When I got back into Minecraft recently and read up, this isn't me talking about Minecraft. This is Barry again. Because we got off into the weeds there.
Yeah, way sidetracked.
And read up about enchanting. I decided I would make a magic sword to kill the undead. It's called Skullbane, and it's my magic sword. And I will maintain and improve it until the end of time. Aside from Red Dead Redemption 2 horses, have you any stories like that? You don't play video games.
Not really, no.
I'm trying to think. Not really, no, I don't. Like, the Red Dead 2 horses is definitely up there. Minecraft, again, naming your dogs and that can be...
Yeah, see, my experience with video games is so limited.
Yeah.
This is not really that related, but it's a little bit. I remember when I was young, Harry and I used to play Simpsons Hit and Run, and we would dress like Bart in the Bartman costume, and we had like a secret lair that was like the Bart lair. But it wasn't really. It was just like a roof of one of the buildings that you could drive a car onto.
Wow.
There's a little space that you could park the car and stuff. And yeah, that was the Bart lair. And we would like play the game as if it was a Batman game.
Wow.
Even though it was just Simpsons Hit and Run.
I've definitely done stuff like that as a kid. Like made a game into a different game.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing. It's a game where you live in a town. You just live in a town. You have neighbors and.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
But I had my character. I had an alter ego. Because one of the things you could do is dig up fossils and give them to the museum.
Okay.
And I made an alter ego called Fossil Man.
Right.
And Fossil Man, whenever I'd see like a piece of dirt that like showed you could dig there and possibly get a fossil, he'd run off behind, like my character, I'd run him off behind a building and he'd get changed into his Fossil Man outfit and run out and dig up the fossil and give it to the museum. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know why I did that. I was like 12. Yeah. I thought it was cool.
You know, this kind of ties a bit more into what Barry was saying. In Lego Batman, the original one, which Harry and I used to play on the Nintendo Wii.
Ooh,
yeah.
It's a bad version of that game.
Yeah. But I made it. You can make your own character in the Arkham Asylum part of it. And I made this character who was wearing like a green... It was like the green suit that the Riddler henchmen were wearing with the green Mothman helmet. and he just had a gun then. I think he had 2 guns. And I called him That Green Gentleman, which is a Panic at the Disco song.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was a cool name for a character. And that was like my character. Every time we played a mission in that game, I would play as this made-up villain that I created.
Yeah.
And then I made a whole... Because this was back in the day where any time I would play a game with Harry, I would end up making an entire backstory up for everyone involved as well.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
which was the fucking shit. Being young was great. Being younger than we are now, we're pretty young, but this young sucks.
Yeah, because now when you're like, I made a whole backstory for my video game character, people are like, you're fucking weird.
Yeah, everyone's like, get a job. You know? And I'm like, I did.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, I'm looking at you. He's a Saiyan. I even named him with the proper naming conventions.
Oh, wow.
His name's Zuki. It's short for zucchini because they're all named after vegetables.
Really?
Yeah.
What's Goku?
That's actually a different thing. His real name is Kakarot.
His real what?
His Saiyan name is Kakarot.
Is that name one of these cards?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Vegeta is just vegetable.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. I can't believe that's a thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Is there a PS to that email there?
Yes, there is. Sorry, we don't really have any stories much. I would say like Minecraft naming dogs is pretty up there with that. Shit. I feel like there's got to be some like PC game that I've played that I've done that in. I can't remember. P.S. I finished the first season of Mob Psycho 100. Oh, this is a few days later, so this must be after we said we weren't doing an episode.
Yeah, when we deleted it later or whatever.
I finished the first season of Mob Psycho 100 and found the last fight to be very good and interesting. Kind of sold me on the show more as a whole, but again, I was on board with One Punch Man from episode 1. Okay. Fair enough. I do think Barry might be biased towards superheroes, though.
Yeah, that's entirely possible.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that, yeah.
And that's not an insult or anything. That's just a preference
observation.
thing. Yeah. The most versatile and beloved gaming console of our lifetimes. Oh, PS2.
Oh, I get it.
Because,
very good. Very good.
PS2, the most versatile and beloved gaming console of our lifetimes. I also just finished the Umbrella Academy, and Jesus Christ, what even was that? I honestly don't know how much I like the show, as in I can't figure out my own opinion. All I can tell you is that Klaus is indeed the best boy.
Oh, wow, he's great. I fucking love that show.
I still haven't watched it.
I think that show's ballsy as fuck. Especially Barry, based off of the ending, right? I'm gonna give like a really vague take on it for Barry specifically. I'm not gonna make it.
My fingers
gonna make
it.
it.
And make noise.
Okay, go for it. Basically, I think it's really cool. No, I think it's really cool the way that a show never really kind of says it's all building towards this bad thing, and then things end up going down the way that they do. I think it's really okay. Really ballsy that they go for it in that sense, and I like the resolution to it. Yeah. I think it's a really exciting idea.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I love the show.
Ali's been telling me to watch it too, so.
Yeah, and it's also that show is like massively about characters. Klaus, fuck me, whew. Sexy boy. It's really
I'll watch Umbrella Academy if you give Devilman Crybaby one more shot.
Okay.
Because you could finish that in an afternoon. Like,
yeah. If I gave a fuck, I'll give it a go. I'll give it one more go.
It's a good show.
But how much do you mean give it a go? Like, if I don't like it and turn it off, will you still try Umbrella Academy?
See, I think Devilman really works when you watch
it all.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's such a commitment. Like,
I don't think it is. It's like 8 episodes and that's it.
Right, I'll fucking give it another go, but whatever.
Don't bounce off the first episode though. It's easy to do that too.
Has anyone else recommended this, by the way?
Ali, 100%.
No, but I'm talking like, did Barry ever say anything? Did Ushin ever say anything? I don't think they did. I think this is just you.
No, it's just me, yeah. But it's based off of like the original manga, one to one.
Oh, you know how much I love the original manga.
The original manga is from like the 60s, and it is the inspiration for most other anime and manga.
Yeah, and you know how much I love most other anime and manga.
Right, dude. I know how much you've watched, which is
enough to know that I don't like it very much. To be honest.
I don't think I've watched enough to know whether or not I like anime.
I think I have watched enough to know what the generic anime tropes are, and even in the ones even in the ones that come the most highly praised, those tropes are still present and they still put me off. So I think I know enough about anime to know that I'm not mad about anime.
There's a difference between fan service and like actual context, like stuff.
Such as
Devilman is more of a context-based thing, I think. Like it makes sense in the context of the story.
Right. Well, you mean all of the anime-ish aspects?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Whatever.
It's about two boys going through puberty.
I'll give it a go.
That's what it's about.
I will give it a go.
I won't hear no for an answer from anyone else. That's my theory.
I will try to watch Devilman Crybaby again.
I will try to put up with Robert Sheen's stupid fucking face.
No, I don't mind.
Him.
Face.
I'm sure I'll end up low. He was my favorite part of that show that he was in. Misfits, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I think I stopped watching after he left.
Yeah. I've seen that meme he's in. You know that one from Misfits?
No.
Where he's like, you'd kill your fucking sister
for a slice of cheese. That's not a funny line.
It's not that funny.
No, it's not. And I don't know why people meme the shit out of it, because it's not. I don't know. Some people just find stuff funny that isn't funny. A lot of people find stuff funny that isn't funny. You ever go on Facebook?
Yeah.
You ever go on Facebook?
But
that's like he's nothing but posts.
He's really funny in The Umbrella Academy. He is very much the comic relief, and he plays it very well. Very well. I enjoy him. I'm a fan. Should we move on to bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the guitar? Pass that shit over here.
Pass me the mandolin.
Well, fucking let's do the old switcheroo. You gotta get me that first for the switcheroo, Brian. Oh ho ho, there we go. Oh ho ho. You guys didn't see it, but we did the old switcheroo. Where? Bullshit for Brian. Bullshit for Brian. Hair like a lion. A curly haired lion. Bullshit for Brian. Bullshit for Brian. No, I'm not a lion. Time for bullshit for Brian.
I poisoned your guitar.
I should have pissed. I should have pissed. I meant to piss.
Fuck it, I'll piss too. Alright.
Ow.
Yeah. That's not how I ended it.
I know.
I hit the wrong button again. Did you see
I know.
that?
I know. I did see you do it, and I wasn't going to say anything.
How? How am I so bad at that?
You don't know. You drink too much.
Clearly not the issue.
Yeah, so it's bullshit time. Fucking James Gunn. That's what we're going to talk about. James Gunn is back on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is pretty cool. It's also pretty interesting.
Was he not in Volume 2?
No, he already did that.
Oh.
He did Volume 2, you see. And then he got fired for a bunch of things he said years ago.
Yeah.
That he already had apologized for. Publicly. But, they just came up again, and Disney were like, oh no, and then they fired him, right?
He did direct porn before.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he directed some porn.
That doesn't really surprise me. Guardians of the Galaxy 2
is basically a porno.
There's just a really weird setting in it for a kids movie. Mm-hmm. There's a bit where they're very clearly on Hooker Planet, shall we call it? Hooker
There's
Planet.
Hooker Planet?
Yeah, like Robot Hooker Planet.
Dude,
they're like robot hookers.
This movie? This sounds awesome.
It's pretty good. Kurt Russell's really good in it. It's not. I think the first. Yeah, he is. Yeah, it's. I don't think it's as good as the first one humor wise. Mm-hmm. Dave Bautista.
I really like the first one.
Really fucking annoys me in that film. In the second one, I think they took his character a little far. A little too far. They kind of leaned into it a bit much. Exactly, yeah. So they really leaned into it. I wish they'd leaned into it less.
So they were like, what's using a character sparingly for comedic effect?
No.
No,
it doesn't exist.
We got to sell action figures.
Yeah.
Get him to say everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But anyway, he got canned, right, from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And people were upset, right? Presumably, he was.
Yeah.
But then, also, the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy, but Dave Bautista in particular, did you see all of his shit on Twitter? He was so fucking vocal about it. He was
really ballsily vocal about it. He was like, I don't care if they're not going to change this, they're going to have to do something to write me out or recast me because I'm not doing it without James.
And then Disney is like, get Dwayne The Rock Johnson on the phone.
Yeah. Or
this
any
fucking
other
wrestler thinks he's going to strong arm us.
Yeah. But then the entire cast of Guardians of the Galaxy all released a statement together that they all signed being like, we want James.
Don't give them credit for that.
Back.
They only did that because Batista started it.
Batista.
They were all going to sit there with their fucking heads in the grass, like, because, and collect their money and it will be fine.
But you see, this is the thing, is I feel like a lot of people would have really fucking fallen out. Like, if that film had come out and it had just been nothing, or it had just been, like, less good, slightly less good, which, let's be real, it's the third film. It's not going to be as good,
No, it's not.
But, like, people were going to flip their fucking shit.
I don't think it's even going to be as good because James Gunn is directing it.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the third one. Like,
yeah.
Third
Captain America movie was the best one.
It was fucking savage. It was really good. I don't know if it was the best one. 2 might be better.
I liked
3 is really busy. It's got loads of...
It's got Spider-Man.
Yeah, 3 is great.
Yeah.
It's got loads of great stuff like that, but I think 2 is more...
I'm excited for Far From Home. Far From Home.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too.
That's the only one. That's the only Marvel movie that I'm like...
At that point, right, you've seen Homecoming, right? So you know about the bit and when he's in Washington on a school trip with his classmates and then Spider-Man turns up and saves their lives, right? Mm-hmm. So... At what point are his fucking classmates going to figure out that he's Spider-Man? Because they've now gone across the fucking country to a different continent on a school trip. Across the world, sorry, to a different continent. And Spider-Man still shows up to save the fucking day. It's clearly Peter.
Yeah.
It's clearly the fucking weird kid who keeps ducking out every time something dangerous is about to go down.
Man, somehow Peter never seems to be embroiled in these catastrophes. That Spider-Man's he's missed Spider-Man every time he's shown up.
Yeah, every time that he's darted from New York to wherever the fuck we are, Venice or whatever, to try and save us.
Do you think Spider-Man's like, damn? Or do you think when Peter Parker gets back to the group, he's like, rats, I missed him again.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, just want a Spider-Man selfie. It's all I've been waiting for. Yeah. Fucking I had something on that. Oh yeah, Mysterio. Have you seen the trailer for Far From Home?
I've seen the first trailer.
Yeah, they're trying to make it. Mysterio, he's a good guy. He's a superhero. He's gonna help.
That's how he originally showed up, though, right?
Yeah,
he was a good guy, and then he wasn't a good guy. It was an illusion.
It was an illusion
Yeah.
because he's Mysterio, master of illusion. Yeah.
Dude, Jake Gyllenhaal is a fucking great actor.
Yeah, you want to know a fun fact about this whole thing with Jake Gyllenhaal? It's pretty cool, I think. Is that he was going to be Spider-Man when when Tobey Maguire hurt his back on the first one. There's a couple of accusations flying around that he was kind of overselling it because he wanted a massive pay increase. Yeah. So he threatened to jump ship.
Tobey Maguire was hustling.
Yeah, he was hustling like a fucking mad dog, and he was threatening to jump ship if they didn't pay him way more fucking money for Spider-Man 2, right? And so they went, okay, we know what to do here. Call Gyllenhaal. And then Tobey Maguire's like, no, my back's fine. I'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, they're sitting in the office. He's like, okay, Toby. He presses the button on his phone. He's like, Barbara, could you just book an appointment with Jake?
Yeah. Oh, no, not Jake. What? Yeah. He's like the vulture of parts in Hollywood. He just swoops in and grabs him. But I was mostly done the movie.
No, Dara, he's playing Mysterio.
But yeah, it's pretty. But I think then it's really cool that he's in a Spider-Man movie now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of full
Mysterio.
Circle from.
It's one of the best Spider-Man villains.
Yeah, he's pretty good with his stupid fucking fishbowl head.
Dude, how does that look good?
How does it work? It
just does though.
I know it shouldn't. But anyway, James Gunn, right? He's back. But what's interesting about that is I don't know if you know, because this also came out like in the same week, right? That James Gunn has been signed on for a little while now to do Suicide Squad 2, right?
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
But here's where he gets fucking crazy. Is that it's not Suicide Squad 2, it's the Suicide Squad.
It's a reboot.
Total fucking reboot. They made one and then they rebooted it.
In 2006?
It was just 2016. It was 3 years ago.
Like,
one movie.
I thought the Andrew Garfield to Tom Holland reboot was a bit much.
Yeah, that they made two and then
this is ridiculous.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
This is a fuck.
Leto is clearly never coming back.
You know, at this point, I want
Thank
DC
God.
to fail.
You want to see it fail?
I want to see the whole company go under just because this is ridiculous.
I want it to be balls to the wall. I want James Gunn to come in and be like, all right, I got my job back at Disney. That's nice. So now I'm going to put all my weird pedo humor stuff into the Suicide Squad.
I'm going to get rid of...
tank this franchise again. Right out the gate.
I don't know. Maybe James Gunn will give it some personality.
That's what I'm hoping for. And the whole reason they got him is because he took a property from Marvel that no one gave a fuck about, and then he put his own spin on it and gave it a lot of individuality, personality, and it worked. And that they have made the mistake of not giving directors that chance before. So I like to think that they're not going to hire James Gunn, give it to him, and then go, no, you fucked it up, do it over like this. I think that would be insane. James Gunn, considering what he's done for Marvel, it would be crazy to step on his toes about this.
You know what? I think about the first Suicide Squad. I'm just realizing now.
Yeah.
Is I've seen all the trailers for that. I can't tell you what I'm supposed to think the tone of that movie is going into it.
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea, like, what.
Well, that's the thing. It's pretty I think it's a pretty interesting story because what happened was, David Ayer made a film, and it's quite grounded and serious and pretty dark, and then the trailer company cut it together with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, no, they had to redo it to add more jokes because...
Well, no, because the trailer company cut it together with Bohemian Rhapsody and with that fucking Ballroom Blitz song, and they released 2 trailers that made it look really fun because of the it was short clips of things happening and really lively music. No, it was because the trailers came out, and then Warner Brothers were like, that's not what the movie's like, though. And so they had to go back and change it and make it more like that, which made it bad. You know, the bits that are like retrospectively added, like there, you can tell, and they're bad.
Is that movie R-rated?
No, I don't think it is.
Should have
been.
It's
PG-13. Yeah.
Absolutely should have been.
Yeah, it should have been. Yeah, it's it's a movie about villains.
Deadpool proved that. Same with Venom.
Yeah, that should have been R-rated. Logan was good, but was that Venom R-rated? Maybe it was.
No, it wasn't.
No?
I know for a fact it wasn't because I remember seeing it wasn't, and I was like, "You're stupid. That's stupid."
Yeah, I didn't see Venom, but Logan was R-rated, and it needed to be. Yeah. Like Logan wasn't R-rated for the hell of it. Like it really fits the story.
Logan and Deadpool 2, all very successful movies.
Yeah, Logan would be a much worse film if it wasn't R-rated. Far worse.
Because you know how many adults are into superhero movies now?
So many.
Like enough.
Yeah, like when
enough
11,
for it to do well.
like 11 years ago when you started making good superhero movies, those kids grew up. Yeah. And they're still into them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still riding the fucking hype train. Yeah. But anyway, well, let's just for a second get back to the main point, which is now James Gunn is currently working on a film for DC and a film for Marvel at the same time. He was going to finish with the Suicide Squad and immediately start making Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? That's never happened before. I was under the impression, I'm not starting to think, I was well under the impression that they were making some kind of clause that you couldn't work with DC if you were working with Marvel. Because DC scooped up fucking Joss Whedon as soon as he jumped ship for Marvel. But by that point, it was too late. He was on. Fuck him. But they're like, I thought that they couldn't cross over that way. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's definitely strange for sure.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Dan Schneider? No, not Dan Schneider.
No, fuck that guy.
Yeah. He diddles kids.
Yeah.
It's a big accusation to make, but I think it's pretty safe.
He probably did.
A lot of feet in his show.
No.
A lot of teenage girl feet. No, I'm talking about Zack Schneider.
Zack Snyder.
Snyder.
Yeah.
Not so no CH.
No, it's just SNY. It's kind of pretentious.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Yeah. Whatever happened to him?
What happened to him?
His daughter killed herself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make me not want to make movies either.
Yeah, well, you see, it was really bad, man. I remember it at the time. I felt horrible about it because the article came out being like, Zack Snyder steps down from Justice League. And I was like, yes! And I clicked into it. And it was because of his daughter's tragic suicide. And I was like,
all right.
fuck. Oh, my God. Wow. What a
Damn.
terrible circumstance for something I really wanted to want to happen.
And you know so many people didn't click in, and they're just like, good.
yeah.
Jesus
And
Christ.
then they fucking got Joss Whedon and had him fucking finish
fuck
the
Joss
film.
Whedon.
And they made it a train wreck. Justice League is a train wreck of a film.
I
fucking
really
hell,
want to
it's
watch
worse.
it. I've only
It's
seen one
definitely-
bit that I like.
It's definitely worse than Suicide Squad. I'd say it's definitely worse than Suicide Squad. Fuck, that's bad. It's a bad movie.
Every time I sit down to watch it, like, just for a laugh,
Yeah.
I'm always like, this movie's like 8 hours long.
What's to Justice League?
Justice League.
So it's one of their shorter ones too, but
Really?
it feels so long. It's like an hour and 20, I think.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That
Feels
should be the
so
longest
long.
one. It's the Justice League.
I know.
It seems like there
I
should be the
know.
most shit going on.
And it
in
also
that.
should be the one that makes the most money, but it flopped. Like compared to like what it should have done, it fucking flopped. No one gave a fuck by the time it rolled around. That's how many duds they had. You know, that's what happens. You make a bunch of shit films, no one's gonna care about the one that should have been good,
Yeah.
and it wasn't anyway. So
But
everyone
don't
was
worry,
right not to go see it.
They have enough like dedicated fans that DC
I'm a big
fans.
fan, but I hate
Dude,
their films.
Dude, DC film fans are weird.
Yeah.
Like you see people get really rabid on the internet defending those movies,
No.
and it's
Yeah.
like, dude, they're just for making money. Like they're not.
Yeah.
It's not art.
Yeah. No, not at all. No.
I wouldn't even say the Marvel movies are particularly artistic.
No, but
And
at
that's
least,
fine.
but
That's-
even at least the Marvel movies just have a bit of heart to them as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
The DC films are very obvious. The reason
That was
the
a really
DC
pretentious
films,
thing of me to say,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I
don't
do
mean it
totally
like
know
that.
what you mean.
Yeah.
But the DC films, the reason I think that they don't resonate with people primarily is because they're a very obvious cash grab based off of Marvel's success.
yeah.
But Marvel's success is down to, you know, well-crafted stories and like, you know, well-cast characters and well-selected directors. You know, it like they made something good and then people responded to
yeah,
it.
market leaders lead.
Yeah, whereas
They don't
like,
follow other market
Yeah.
leaders.
Oh, by the way, that fucking Fox and Disney thing is going through.
Yeah.
So now Disney owns everything, pretty much.
Yeah, Disney
Which is
owns
fun.
that one. What's the fucking Simpsons joke? Oh yeah. It's Bart and he's got a bra on his head. And he's like, look.
I'm the mascot of an evil corporation.
Yeah, that's a
it's
Disney
pretty
joke
good.
now.
There's
Also, a Disney's Family Guy.
oh
That's
yeah,
a thing now.
yeah.
Yeah. Disney's Fox News.
Yeah, well, no. You see, that's the thing is that Fox
yeah.
is just keeping their news,
Okay,
so they're
okay.
putting everything into news now.
That's better,
terrifying.
Right? What?
But that means that's all they're going to be doing. That's what they're spending all their time
Well,
on
that's
is just
fine.
news.
But wait, does
News. with
Disney
big
own
air
the
quotes.
news then?
Huh?
Does
It
Disney?
doesn't own Fox News.
Okay,
No.
good, because
No.
that was the
Yeah,
only
that'd be
thing that
bad.
was kind of creepy about it.
What I find weird about it, well, I don't find weird, but it is a little weird, is that they're keeping the 20th Century Fox banner. So that, like, they're still going to release, like, Deadpool and stuff, all these R-rated, like, raunchy kind of stuff, but they're going to do it under this company that doesn't technically exist anymore. So they'll say 20th Century Fox at the start, but it's all going to Disney. It's a charade.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird.
Disney
know?
has literally taken the skin
It's such
off
a
of-
monopoly.
It is wearing Fox's skin.
Yeah, man, it's fucked. And I was
You just look
I
over,
was laughing
it's
with
Mickey
Finn.
mask.
I was
fucking
laughing.
skin mask.
I was laughing with Finn
Mickey
about
Mouse,
this
not Mickey
earlier, right?
Mouse.
Because in the comic book film community, right, people for years have been saying, "Oh, Disney, they need to get the rights to Fantastic Four and X-Men. If they had the rights to Fantastic Four and X-Men, they could incorporate it into the Marvel universe. It'd be so cool. They need to buy back the rights. Disney, you have the money, buy back the rights." And then Disney went, "Good news, guys, we're buying back the rights and everything.
They
We're buying
already
it all."
They already own everything.
I know, but there's just we just wanted you to have X-Men and Fantastic Four. You didn't have to buy everything. You know?
Dude, this
Fucking hell. It's scary. I don't like it.
for sure. Like at this point, Disney is a mega corporation.
Yeah, and it's
We're
terrifying.
in there. We're in the dystopian future now with
Yeah, man.
Disney owns that fucking mouse.
Yes. Yeah.
The mouse.
Yeah, man, the mouse. That's what they like. Manny used to tell me that when I shouldn't say her by name, right? But no, it doesn't matter. When she worked in the Disney store, they used to like refer to the mouse as like the boss. Like, you got to talk to the boss. They were talking about a cartoon mouse. It's like psychotic.
Was there a cartoon mouse in the Disney store?
No, but,
like sitting
I
at a
think there was,
desk?
like a picture of him, and they'd like point at him as if it's weird. Do you know that thing?
You
with
talk
Walt
to
Disney?
the picture and it talks back.
You know that thing with Walt Disney where he had like
Give me your soul.
he had like an apartment in Disneyland, and when he was there, when he was occupying the apartment, he would put on this light in the window to let everyone know that the boss is there, right? And since he's died, they leave that light on forever.
And every so often you see a shadow walk past the window. Of a person holding a jar with a head in it.
Filling it with freshly cooled water and ice cubes.
Take me to the window.
I want to see the fireworks again.
I want to see the fireworks again.
Jesus. I think we're kind of... Are we about out of steam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so, right?
Disney are going to make a fucking mouse man hybrid.
Oof.
I bet one exists somewhere in the depths of Disneyland.
There's probably some fucking crazy shit hidden in
That's
the
the next
Disneyland.
Dark Souls game. Instead of like a rundown like castle and shit, it's a rundown Disney
Disneyland.
World.
I would
And
play that.
Dude, that'd be
That
sick,
would get
right?
me into Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Something like that where you're in like a rundown like Disneyland. You go down into the
Dope.
basement. There's like a fucking mouse man. There's mouse men. Oh,
We're gonna eat your soul.
life is pain. I can't see, only hear screams.
Let's fucking wrap this shit up. If you want to find us, you can do so at Translation Lost Podcast on Facebook, at TLostPod on Twitter, and translationlostpod@gmail.com, which we should have said during letters, but we didn't.
Boom.
You can also listen to us on iTunes and Spotify.
Yeah.
We have been Translation Lost, and we will be better at this
Next
week.
Next week?
And then like the next time we do it.
Yeah.
But
And whenever we do it
really
next.
accurate. It's not an accurate saying. You know, I say it every time, but it's not accurate.
You
But
say
we'll
next.
be better at this next week.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo!